I'm sorry. The game says it's not scheduled in the Dragon Heist thing, so I don't know if we're actually playing this today. So I don't know.
Wait,
Very.
what?
Sarah, you're not getting a biscuit.
Oh.
Let me see it. Maybe it's set in every character sheet. That would be awful if that's true.
What?
If that's true, I'm not changing this for a while. Yeah, it's set in every single character sheet. Oh my god.
Oh, are you talking about your roles in
Yeah.
Roll20?
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Okay.
That's what I did earlier.
Also, we are now live, by the way. Just let me
Okay, everyone behave now.
check the stream.
Oh, Lana.
Oh, hey, we are live.
I've returned.
Okay, we're now live, so you have to be good now.
Yeah, we have to be good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
Let me actually go refill water before we start and get my...
I'll be right back. I have to take the dogs out.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab water too.
all right, cool. Well, we're going to start in like 5 minutes to the folks watching. Thank you for your service. We'll be starting soon, very soon.
That gives me time, I guess, to do one more lev kit. Oh my god. I just put my password in my username and my username and my password for some reason. Did everyone leave? Alright, I'm entertaining the stream by myself. Alright, welcome to the Sero Power Hour. I'm lonely. Send help. Okay. Are not entertained? Just checking. I need to know. I'm insecure. Oh, please tell me someone's back.
I just sat back down.
Thank God, because I was having trouble entertaining the stream by myself.
All right, I'm back.
Thank God.
What?
I realized it was just me to entertain the stream, so I was struggling.
Oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. We're starting soon.
You don't understand, I'm insecure, Perry.
It's fine. People are just walking their dogs and stuff. Oh, God.
This is why I have a cat. 2 of them.
Oh, shit.
Pop out chat. Good to go.
You said that just as I did it. I'm like, what?
I'm watching. Watch out.
Well, we are the same person.
We are the same person. It's true.
I'm getting it on my phone so I can read chat. All right. We might have very light viewership, I would imagine, because
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Oh, is it Super Bowl today?
Yes. So
well, that's
we'll see if we'll probably get all the people who aren't watching the Super Bowl or who are too bored to watch Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Or maybe they'll watch during commercials. Maybe they'll be like, "Let's tune into this." While
people watch it for the commercials. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's fair. You can catch all the good ones on like the top 10 best commercials.
As you Americans call it, soccer, right? I'm kidding.
We don't need to bring this debate in here today.
No, we have football as well. We have the CFL, the Canadian Football League.
Do they wear bags on their heads instead of
helmets? They do not wear. It has nothing to do with bags.
Okay.
But you sure?
I am 100% sure.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is there a bag sponsor? Hang on.
F.
I'm pretty sure there isn't. I'm pretty sure it's sponsored a lot by the breweries and stuff like that around. No, there's some pretty big differences between it actually too. We only have 3 downs for one, and I think our fields are narrower and longer than yours.
Oh,
I feel like a lot of your stuff is narrower, not necessarily. Never mind.
No, I'm sure they're longer as well.
They're making lewd jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting it. Yep.
I
got it.
Got it.
Please keep in mind, I think logically before I think lewd.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Half.
Okay, we'll give it half.
To anyone watching the stream, we will be starting shortly.
As soon
Basically,
the dogs get back from being
Saturn
walked.
is taking out her dogs. They're very, very bad dogs, and they need to be taken out before the stream.
Oh.
Because
goodness.
if they aren't taken out before the stream, then they will basically.
You might want to clarify what you mean by taking out. I'm just saying.
They will try to speak on the stream. And they
What do
should
you
not.
mean? What do you mean? Clarify taking out the dogs? Take them outside.
We have to
Okay,
make
take
sure
them
that you're
outside.
not
Got it,
talking
got
about the a certain ferret taking them out behind the shed. And
Oh, the
taking care of
ferret.
it.
Yeah, the ferret
Yeah.
will make a return this episode. By the way, his name is Widget.
Yeah, and we're just gonna be like, "Hey, you got some dogs there. We're gonna make sure we take care of them for you, yeah?"
Something like that.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of taking care of we're talking about. It's that
Oh,
kind of thing.
like kill the dogs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because he never
Stream.
said take
I
him
didn't expect the
outside.
stream to
You
get this
just-
dark. already.
Kill the
We
wabbit.
haven't started. We haven't even done the recap yet. It's a long recap too.
Who the hell needed a kid again? I can't even remember. I've been just matting
Right?
today.
Needed a what?
I was matting today.
Oh,
Oh, it was Ruby. Okay.
wait, you were what-ing today?
I was matting. I was kind of just like
Meh-ing?
puttering along.
Meh.
Meh. Spelled M-E-H.
Oh.
Like, meh, I might just be around.
Exactly. See, Komed gets it.
I mean, we're the same person. So.
To Ruby? To who?
Yeah.
Oh,
Get with the program, dude.
the show?
Ugh.
I don't know.
We lost him. We
yeah,
lost him, guys.
we lost
I don't-
him.
Cancel
I
the
don't-
show.
I-
Cancel.
I don't know
the
what you're
stream
talking
tonight,
about.
guys. We gotta go.
Yeah, didn't you know? I actually send artwork over to them for benefits and stuff like that. I don't fucking know what they do with that.
Oh.
I believe this is the part where we keep making fun of Harry.
What else can we say? That
I wasn't sure if you
Harry's
meant
head.
Ruby, the person in our FC, or
No,
the
I was talking
show.
about Ruby the big red dog.
That needs to
that
be
was-
taken out.
I thought that was Clifford.
And we come full circle.
Oh my god, Harry!
That was weird. I don't know why it kicked me out.
Because you didn't do any action for a while or talk or anything.
Did you do your
What?
bonus action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action was denied on on
You
ejection.
motherfucker.
Is Saturn back?
She's getting tea, I think.
Cool.
Don't worry, we're just providing plenty of entertainment before the stream starts. Well, I mean,
Command,
Breaking
Big
Sarah
honor.
a little bit at a time.
it's okay.
This is the Super Bowl session.
The Super Bowl light session.
Yeah. I did not actually plan anything Super Bowl related, but I might have to throw something in randomly.
Yeah, Glaire's gonna be gone the whole time because he's watching the sport ball.
Sports ball.
Sport ball. Move. Got me some dang old sport ball.
Well, I just gotta watch me some sport ball.
Sport ball!
Make sure I drink this beer and crush the beer can on my head.
Shotgun
They
it.
called me.
What's that?
They
Shotgun
called
it.
me back then.
Oh. Don't worry, just rolling dice before the game starts.
He's testing them to find the one that rolls all 20s.
Yep. My players actually, so this dice here, my players were always terrified of this one because it's really lucky.
Is that the one you crit me with twice last time?
No, that was just the game. That was the roll 20. But it usually, for some reason, rolls higher than normal.
Is this where I have some dice custom made and sent to you, Perry?
Make them roll
Yes.
low.
Please don't. I die enough as it is.
It's always rolling 20. I don't know what's the problem. It's crazy.
Gonna have to invoke those card game rules where you can only bring in a clear dice so they can see inside it.
I can still have a clear dice that always rolls 20.
Well, yeah, but then it's more obvious, isn't it?
No.
Why do they have that rule for card game tournaments?
What rule for card game tournaments?
Because some people go really cheap with the loaded dice, and it's just a little bit of stuff on the bottom.
I'm not. I think it was the original Pokemon or something like that. But you could only use clear dice when you were in a tournament setting, so they could see through the dice.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Do. I just have this gigantic Nalgene filled with water showing the stream. It's
Well, I can't watch the stream right now. I don't want to. I don't want to have any
We don't want
spoilers.
spoilers.
So, I'm sure it looks lovely.
there's no spoilers. I mean,
Well, that requires me to
Yeah.
open it back up.
you're
now,
fine.
Perry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
She's throwing up on the bed.
Oh my god.
She was throwing up water.
That explains why you were gone for so long.
Saturn, are you back?
No, almost.
Okay.
And I'll be right back again really quick too.
The stream wants to know what type of tea you're drinking.
No, they don't. They haven't said
What
anything.
type of what?
Shut up, Sarah. God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things. Belong.
So,
If
you
you
just
want me to list
ruined-
it off, there'd be.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's probably just normal English breakfast tea.
Probably.
Sorry, the dog's throwing up.
You don't have to apologize for that.
Did you also
It's a
feed
dog.
the dog Chinese scrampus? Or
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Wait, did you guys have Chinese for lunch?
Yep.
Did you?
No, they did.
Because I did too.
I had a chicken sandwich.
I had beef stew.
I had cashew chicken and egg rolls.
I'm back once more.
Did the beef stew have vegetables in it?
Of course it did.
Canadian vegetables or like normal vegetables?
In a bag.
Like
Yeah,
carrots and onions and potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
In a bag?
No!
In a beef stew? Sweet potatoes?
Yeah,
No,
trying
they
out
cook
something
the
new.
stew in a bag. It's like this aluminum
No,
flexible
I cooked
bag.
it in an Instapot.
That's interesting. That is
Sweet
wow.
potato bag stew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it for you guys when I see you next. It's
Potato
where you
bag
just
stew.
pick the bag up, you just start swinging it over your head, and it mixes the vegetables together.
And like the seething rage that comes off of you is what cooks it.
Yes.
He said he put corn in spaghetti and meatballs once.
What?
Why not?
Corn?
Corn,
Yeah.
yeah. What else did you put in there? Peas and broccoli and all kinds
Yeah,
of weird
peas,
Canadian stuff.
carrots, some mushrooms.
Are we
Spaghetti?
streaming?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
streaming
Yes.
right now.
Okay.
We're talking about how Sarah puts corn and carrots and peas and shit in
Like,
spaghetti.
do you not just experiment when you cook?
No.
I mean,
Perry does it right every time. The first time.
Whoa, why the aggro? Why the heat so
I
early?
I'm wondering the same thing. Why am I getting all this aggro?
It's okay. What kind of tea did you get? The stream wants to know, by the way.
English breakfast tea.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
cool.
do they want to know?
No,
or
they didn't.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I just wanted to.
I was
Why
gonna, I
is
was gonna-
everyone ruining that for me?
I'm not
it's the
ruining it.
Yeah, I know. Zell's the only one who's being cool. Okay.
I shut up that time.
What?
Also, I have some.
Oh yeah, tech was also cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead.
By the way, Saturn, I have a chai latte right now.
Oh my god, that's not as basic as normal.
Oh my god, he's a basic Canadian.
I am.
All right.
I didn't feel like coffee, so I made myself a chai latte.
And okay, so let's
I've already had
see.
3 cups of coffee today. That's why.
We're gonna go ahead and start before things get weirder and more Canadian. All right.
Oh, it doesn't matter what you do; they're gonna get weird.
Harry, I've
Yeah.
updated my character sheet, but every time I have to keep updating my token with the correct amount of health.
Yeah, I know. It's Roll20 being dumb. I tried to fix it that time,
It's
but
weird because mine seems to be okay.
just I don't know. Just please pay attention to your tokens and stuff. And if you need help, I can fix them too. But let's go ahead and get started with the recap. So, first of all, thank you to everyone watching the stream. This is just a session where us nerdy ass MMO players play Dungeons and Dragons on Roll20. So, and we're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, an urban adventure set in the city of Waterdeep in the Forgotten Realms. All right, so let's go. Previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the party recently came into possession of a new home in the city, and they were busy cleaning up their home when they heard a knock on the door. It was the knight Savra Bellabranta from the Order of the Gauntlet, and she had previously came to Tari and asked her to join the order, which Tari has, and came to the house to give Tari more information on her first mission. Tari also asked her for information about psychic links and mind flayers, to see if her thoughts could be intercepted by those creatures. Savra didn't know, but said she would check up on it. Anyway, she told Tari that more information on some thugs that were hired by the Zentarim, set to cause trouble, and said to try to avoid killing them if possible. They were in the field ward of the city. However, on their way, as they got ready to leave, on their way, Xena saw out of the corner of her eye, a house of pets, a place called Jimsky's House of Pets. And upon entering there and meeting that unique individual, she purchased a ferret that she named Widget. According to the owner, he's stubborn but well-trained and intelligent. At that point, the party continued and went to find these thugs, and saw them going after commoners in the streets. Jeff tried to intimidate them as a disguised guard, but they just became hostile. So a fight started. One of them was killed, one of the thugs, and the others were all knocked unconscious by the party. And the party gathered them up sort of on the ground and notified the watch, then went to the temple, the city watch, and then went to the temple of Helm, with Tari so that they could receive their reward. They also delivered an injured commoner who was knocked unconscious, and delivered her to the temple for healing. At that point, the party went back home to find the house looking a little cleaner than normal, and that little holes had been placed in the walls with food morsels in them. After the party's investigation, led by Glare, they found the culprits to be 4 poor halflings, 2 male and 2 female, who said that they were trying to help by cleaning up the house, and that they planted the food as some sort of plan to lure out rats in the house to one area so that they could beat them up with clubs and whatnot. They wanted to work for the party, actually, and did this sort of to prove themselves that they were capable. They wanted to work for the party for about 1 gold per 10 day each, though Jeff managed to convince them and haggle them down to about 50 silver for the first week, since they did break into their home. The halflings were ecstatic and accepted, and they were also offered by the party a place to stay in their home in the manor as well. It was at that point that the party had to start getting ready for the opera that they were going to that evening, and that Vince basically received 5 tickets to go to it from courtesy of Rennie Neverember, a noble that they helped earlier on. But before they could, as everyone was getting ready, most everyone was busy except for Jeff, who was lounging about. And there was a knock at the door, and Jeff answered when a haberdasher by the name of J.B. Nevercott spoke to him and recruited him into Bregan de Arthe, a group of basically ne'er-do-wells who are mostly out for themselves to make money in the city of Waterdeep. They only hire male drow. They gave Jeff a mission to prove himself, to steal a handkerchief from a noble at the event at the opera tonight and give it to a young tiefling girl at the wharf. Unbeknownst to the rest of the party, that whole conversation happened. They made their way, the party, soon after, to the opera, and while standing in line, ran into a famous performer entertainer by the name of Ulf Foereaper, who had this like posse of women and male bodyguards as well, and he sort of seemed to be a VIP type of individual as he went into the opera, and he sat in one of those like upper balcony type things with his whole posse of people. During the intermission of the opera, Vince met with a man named Mert, who was a Harper agent, and he had his bodyguard Penelope with him, this young woman with sort of 2 scimitars at her side and also a mandolin on her back, and gave Vince his own introductory quest. Meanwhile, Jeff tried to steal a handkerchief unsuccessfully a couple times from a noblewoman. He couldn't find one anywhere, but eventually, with some help, he did. And he eventually succeeded at stealing it. And after that, he delivered the handkerchief to the young tiefling girl after the opera ended, and she gave him a pouch filled with 75 gold along with a message inside saying, "Welcome to the Brotherhood." Xena, at this point, has had several failed attempts at training Widget, and realized that she could actually speak with animals. However, she was surprised at Widget's unique personality. But perhaps speaking with the animals could help her in training him better in the future. Then, as everyone was tucking in for bed that night, Jeff had a dream where he was on this icy, snowy hill with a blizzard going all around him, making visibility very difficult and very low. Upon reaching the top of the hill, he was pierced by 6 pointed icicles in various parts of his body, and his body began to freeze up when a giant ice queen woman basically took up his entire field of vision with her face and her long, white, flowing hair. And one thing that stuck out about her was on her hands, on her giant hands, she had this ring on them, on one of her fingers, that was etched with these ice runes all around it. And that's where we pick up tonight. So, Jeff, you are currently pierced by all these icicles in your body, 6 of them. And as you begin to freeze up, you look down, just barely able to crane your neck down, and you see that they're forming this 6-pointed snowflake-looking pattern on your chest. And as your heart begins to freeze up and you feel yourself losing consciousness, the giant being just sort of grabs you with her hand, and your vision goes black, and then you wake up in the morning, and you feel cold a little bit as you look around. What do you do?
Panic.
I'm gonna lay there in bed, just think about what happened for a second. I mean, I'm assuming that this is the person that gave me my powers, however long ago that was. But I'm gonna just keep it to myself for now. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I guess I'm just gonna kind of wait to see if I keep having strange dreams or things happening to me again. So I'm not really gonna take any real action on it right now. At least not the first one.
Yes. And actually, Tari, you have a strange dream as well. Not quite as vivid as Jeff's, but you see in your dreams that night a vision of someone that looks similar to you. And it's not vivid in that you can see any real details. They seem to just be like purple spectral figures, very light purple, and you see her writing in a book when she turns around to look, and as she turns around, something grabs her, and then your dream ends right there. Very mysterious, and you've had dreams similar to this in your life growing up, but you've never been able to really make full sense of it. But it seems as though like lately they've been more and more vivid as time has gone on. But nevertheless, all of you wake up and you regain all your spell slots and you're fully well rested. And I just want to know what everyone is doing first thing in the morning.
Well, Glaire's gonna check over his equipment and kind of definitely consider switching enchantments a little bit. Do I do it? No, I think I'm gonna leave what I got for now.
Okay.
Vince
I'm gonna-
is blurting out singing as he is freshening up in the restroom.
Okay, so you all hear Vince's voice echoing throughout from the bathroom, and as he freshens up. Zeno, what were you saying?
Do we soundproof my room or just his?
I go over to check on my ferret widget,
Okay, so
and I use animal handling, or to talk to him. Right? It's animal handling.
speak with animals. It's a
Oh,
spell
speak
slot.
with animals. Okay.
Mhm. All right, and as you do so, you use the spell, and you see. Actually, when you look in your bag, I'd like you to make a perception check real quick before we go into this.
Okay. 22.
All right. You look in your bag, and Widget isn't there at first, but you look around, and you're like, "Where the hell did that stupid ferret go?" And you see that the ferret, you managed to find his footprints, and you find that he is running around in weird patterns, and like he's freaking out. And you notice that there's a hat floating, and he's chasing the hat as the hat is floating around.
Well, he can hear me now.
Yes, he can
Right?
hear you.
Yeah, I'm like having fun with Tari's girlfriend.
He says, "Someone's taking my hat, and he's moving it around. I don't know I need to get my hat back. Help me get my hat." He's freaking out.
Okay. Well, I kind of like look in the direction of the hat, and I put my hands on my hips, and I'm like, "Come on now, give him his hat."
The hat stops and then is gently set down on the ground.
Thank you.
And at which point Widget will scurry to it, and he'll grab it with his little hands, and he'll put it on his head, and he'll adjust it to one side, and he'll be like, "Thank you, Toots.
Ugh.
Good morning."
Hi. So, are you going to behave today if I take you with me?
"Yeah, you know you snore, right?"
What? Well, I never.
He says, "Yeah, I'll behave.
All right.
Maybe for a treat, though."
I go to the bag and pull out a treat and give him one.
Okay. And he'll eat it. No. And then he'll crawl up and into the bag.
All right.
Into your bag.
That's all I do.
Okay. He actually pokes his head out. So anyone that sees Xena will see him like poking his head out. All right, that's what Xena's up to. What's everybody else doing?
Ari's contemplating getting a pet himself.
Oh god, what have I done?
What kind of accent will this one have?
Oh,
Can't
God.
wait.
This one,
Gonna be Eeyore.
the one I have, the one I have in mind won't speak.
You guys already have a pet. It's a cat.
Oh god.
Big one at that.
You
So
guys-
I'm gonna just do my Hexblade thing in the morning, like always, for my broadsword.
Oh, when you do that, when you summon your broadsword, you notice something different about it. The entire hilt of the blade now is completely looks like see-through crystalline ice, with an etched rune
yeah.
in it of that 6-pointed snowflake.
Oh crap!
Where's Glare right now?
Currently in his room maintaining his armor.
Tari's gonna go knock on Glare's door.
You hear a knock.
Yeah, just come in.
Taria walks in, and you hear her say a prayer to you. Like you hear the prayer,
In my head.
and in your head, and she gives you vigilant blessing,
Oh.
and then walks out.
That's awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
Claire, you feel a
Strange.
tingly sensation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Does it feel great?
No, it's just kind of weird. I mean, it's good. It's like just kind of weird though.
We'll save the I feel great thing for later.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, my mom
Tari's not into
says that
cats.
my mom says she likes the widget and the hat part that you played out.
Oh my
She's
God.
watching.
I'm blushing. All right, cool.
All right, everyone, be on your best behavior.
Hi, Mom. Okay. All right. So at this point, Glare, you receive a message in your head.
Why does no one speak out loud anymore?
It's actually not Tari this time. The message says, I am Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower in the castle ward at once. Bring your friends.
Blackstaff Tower. I've wanted to explore that place for a while.
Yes, and you know all about the Blackstaff. The Blackstaff is basically one of the... she is one of the most powerful and sort of well-known wizards in the entire city. Not the most powerful. She's very young compared to others in her position. Actually, the youngest to ever take the position of Blackstaff. It's a title basically, and anyone who has it has this black staff. And she runs a basically fortress / wizard training academy that sort of watches over the city. You also know that she runs a group. She's head of a group known as Force Grey, which are these sort of elite cadre of adventurers who defend the city.
Interesting. Glare will leave out his room and kind of bellow out to everyone. Hey, everyone! Anyone doing anything today?
I need to find a talking horse.
Okay.
Why are you yelling, cat?
They're right next door and yelling.
I thought this was a competition.
It is. I'm winning. Anyways, it's a big house. I think my room's on the 3rd floor, isn't it?
Your
I
room,
think-
second.
I think
floor.
yours is second floor, and then we're the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Can I change cantrips on rest?
No.
Okay.
I think it's only on levels for you, isn't it?
You
Okay.
can't change
No.
cantrips at all.
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate. I should have taken another one if this is a competition.
Thaumaturge.
Yep.
Even though
Anyways.
that'd be interesting hearing you.
Yell.
Actual.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's Tari messing with me again or not, but apparently Blackstaff wants to see us.
Did it sound like Tari?
Tari doesn't sound like anything. It's in my head.
Well, if it doesn't
Yeah,
sound
you
like
got
anything,
nothing for that one, do you?
no. How do you hear it if it sounds like nothing?
Probably just looks at both of you. It wasn't me.
You see, I'm not going crazy. Well, yet. Maybe.
Anyways, I would. What are you proposing that we do?
I don't know. The message was just come to the tower with your friends as soon as possible.
Right.
I
I
really
will
want to
go.
go there, so.
But I
It's
do
come.
require your assistance of finding that talking horse afterwards.
Let's
I
go
mean,
to the
I'm
tower.
actually
We can
curious
talk about this talking horse later.
I'm actually really curious about a talking horse myself, so I will definitely help you with it.
See, exactly. Great.
Could be another mystery afoot.
Mm.
Just a wild goose chase. Vince has made a whole thing up. He just hopes there is one.
Please be a talking horse. I don't want the cat to kill me. Well, how about you, Xena?
I'm up for anything right now.
All right. Yeah.
Within
Jack.
reason.
I mean, you're asking the woman that kills people with food. I'm pretty sure she's cool with it.
I would like the adventure.
All right, let's go.
All right. You all begin making your way through the town. And as you do so, you eventually get to the Blackstaff Tower. And the people there seem to be expecting you. And they sort of allow you inside. And as you walk through the courtyard of this place, you see many wizards and other mages, spellcasters, all sort of firing spells. You see one of them shoot this tiny red bead from one of his fingers, and as it sort of flies over to the center of this empty area, erupts into this gigantic flaming ball and you feel the heat coming off of this thing as it sort of makes a really loud noise, explosive noise, and just basically spreads heat everywhere and flames.
I've got to learn that one.
Yes, you watch several people shooting these purple missile effects at targets and trying to hit certain targets with them, and various things of that nature. But eventually, you are led to this really large and tall black tower. And as you make your way up, you are eventually into the audience of the Blackstaff herself, Vajra Safar. And she looks like this. She's a young black woman with nice braided hair and this black staff. Very nice outfit with a spell book at her side. She looks very capable, and you can just from being in her presence, you can sense that she is a person of great importance. God damn it!
I should have glare at Vince quickly and just kind of shake my head at him.
Yes.
Why do people keep looking at me oddly whenever we come across a woman?
You know why.
Yeah. Anyway, she greets you and she's... So what were you saying? Sorry.
I said I wink at her.
Oh, God. All right. She will just sort of smile and shake her head at you. And she will walk up to you all, and especially to Glare, and she will say, thank you for answering my summons. Renea Neverember told me about you, and you've piqued my curiosity, and we need help. I was hoping you all could, if you wanted, perform a task for me and consider joining the Grey Hands.
It's been a while since I was actually asked to be in an order. What would this task be?
I just asked you last night.
No. You asked me if you could help me get in there. There's a difference. You're not actually in there yet, are you?
I'm in it.
Thanks. Someone let you join an order?
She says, I'll give you the details of the first mission. But first of all, about the Grey Hands. They are basically a private security force under my command. They're separate from the Lord's Alliance, which is managed by Lady Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. These missions are meant to test your loyalty to the city of Waterdeep. You, as a Grey Hand, you're not fully a member of Force Grey, not yet. But perhaps with some time and over the course of your adventuring careers, you could someday be a member of Force Grey itself. And then you'll see her wave her hand, and a scroll will appear in her hand. And also, along with the scroll, several potions will appear in her hand. And she will say, the mission is simple. A young bronze dragon has taken up residence in Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but it hasn't hurt anyone. I'd like you to confront this dragon and learn its true intentions.
That definitely seems interesting. Do you know the dragon's name or anything at all, or?
No, not at all. But I do have something that will help you. She gives each of you a potion. She says, This is a potion of water breathing. Bronzes like to swim, and he's been all around the harbor. He's pretty quick in the water, but if you can get his attention, figure out why he's here and what he's up to. He won't harm you. They're normally very good.
Get to speak to a dragon.
By young. How young are we talking?
So there's generally like three categories. There's three categories of dragon. She'll say he's a young dragon, an adolescent, if you will. So he's not going to be as mature as an adult dragon, nor as large, and nowhere near as large as an ancient dragon. However, they're still very, very powerful creatures, able to fire breath weapons and all that.
We talking like 3 to 5 feet?
I will tell you. They are large in size, so that would be
Large and in charge.
basically
Like
double your
8
size.
Yeah, like
All right.
10 to 15 feet
10
or something like that. For
10 to
large,
15.
isn't it?
Okay. So young, but not that young. Got it.
Yes, not a wormling or anything like that. If anyone would like to make a Arcana check to see if they know anything about bronze dragon, here's what they look like, by the way.
Why the heck not?
They're cute. I like bronze dragons a lot.
Look at them.
I really like. They're probably my favorite looking dragons, honestly. Other
Bronze
than
dragons,
red, I like red dragons. But reds are mean, so.
Yes, they are.
All right. So, Glare, you know the most about these creatures. You know that since they are metallic dragons, they are very good. You know that bronze dragons in particular are lawful good, so they usually follow the rules and the laws that are said about them. They don't really hurt anyone. You know that they're very curious, that they have very, very long memories, and that they sort of treat humans as they would treat anyone else. Just like if you're good, they like you. If you're bad, they don't like you as much.
Hey, Tari, I think we found your pet.
They generally oppose tyranny, and they love to swim, and they love to watch ships traveling up and down the coasts. They make lairs underneath the water sometimes. You also know that they love loot. Like all dragons, really, honestly. They love treasure, they love gold, they love anything shiny. They love, since they're primarily in the ocean, they love pearls and colorful corals and things of that nature, and they frequently loot sunken ships when they can. So, yeah, that's what you know about bronze dragons. Oh, they also have a breath weapon. Let me tell you about their breath weapon. It is
As all
a
dragons do.
lightning breath weapon, and that deals a lot of damage. And they have a repulsive breath weapon that can push you back. So they have two.
Cool.
They have two breath weapons.
Cool.
That's it.
And no one's ever seen this dragon before.
He hasn't been around the dock as much lately. No, not as far as I know. He must be new in town, if you will.
Well, perhaps we could find out why he's here. I actually wouldn't mind asking him a few things myself.
Very well.
Also, I wonder if he has any spare scales. Those would be pretty good for making things with.
Blair,
Excellent.
What?
can you actually speak Draconic?
No.
You should leave the talking to me then.
Fine.
Well, there's a chance the dragon could maybe speak our language. No?
That's fair.
Maybe he speaks Elven. Did you ever think of that?
Covered there.
Yeah, what now? What now? I'm just like,
Vajra laughs at Xena.
Very well. I'm inclined to accept this request. The rest of you, I'd probably definitely like Tari to come along at the very least.
You don't want my fabulous ideas?
I'm afraid the dragon will try to eat you. It's definitely crossed my mind.
Alright, just kind of hugs Claire at this point.
Oh, right. Touching. Yes, that's fine.
At this point, Vajra will smile at this spectacle and she will say, "You all seem like great friends. I wish you all the best of luck in this quest." And she will sort of say goodbye.
So, quick question before you go. What is the tower
yes.
actually made of? I was wondering about that. What gives it the black color?
She says, "Trade secrets, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Maybe later." And she smiles.
Fine. Hate not knowing things.
Sorry. And she will sort of escort you all out. And as she does so, you see people are very, anyone who seems to like slouching or anything, as she walks by, they straighten up. They like, not that they're afraid of her, just that they want to like impress her and like make sure they don't get on her bad side ever. So, but she takes you all out, and you all are now basically outside Blackstaff Tower, free to do whatever you want to do.
Let's go play with the dragon. And then find the talking horse. Or find the talking horse and feed it to the dragon. Not sure which.
No.
We could feed Vince
No.
the talking dragon. It's an
Okay.
idea. Right, anyways, regardless, I was going to ask her about the talking horse, too. That would have been smart. I'm going to walk up to the first wizard that I see around here.
Okay, you walk up to the wizard. He's firing magic missiles right now at a target.
Hey, do you know anything about a talking horse around here?
A talking horse? No. I haven't seen you around here before. Are you?
Oh, I'm new around here. I've never been here before.
Make a persuasion check.
Shit. With my -1. Ready for the first 0 rolled ever?
God.
I've seen
You mean the
others.
second? I'm sure you hit one earlier.
What was it? Persuasion? Yeah.
Yes.
I know I definitely hit -1 before. That's great. Not in this game.
He'll say, okay. No, I haven't heard of a talking horse. Perhaps check in town, on the main streets, on the main thoroughfare over there. Maybe you'll find something. He seems kind of bewildered by the question.
All right, thanks. Just walk away.
We'll save the talking horse for after
As
the dragon. The dragon seems very interesting. I'm not going to lie.
as we're walking away, I like whisper under my breath to the guy, and I was like, "He's kind of crazy. Don't mind him."
He'll snort. Like, a little
Passive
bit.
perception is 20, by the way, Xena.
Yeah, he heard it. he would have heard it.
What? 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 I like your hair. Your hair looks nice.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Alright, you were there, Glare, but just a refresher, whenever we do go looking for the horse, the name is Maxine, and he's usually pulling a dray.
Right.
He's
I was
pulling a
actually
sleigh.
really-
What?
I was really into that play, if I'm being
That's
honest.
exactly what it is, Xena. You
Oh.
got it.
I mean,
Pulling a sleigh.
I've always wanted to ride in a sleigh.
Well, then we'll definitely find Maxine, and then you can ride in
That's
sleigh, of course.
awesome. I want to ride in the sleigh with the horse.
Glare just walks away.
All right.
Right. So if we're done with all this nonsense, are we gonna go mess with a dragon or a talking horse?
We're going
Yes.
to the dragon, but on the way there, if we do see any horses, I'm gonna check up on them.
We
Why
should
do you know so
investigate
much
on the way.
about this talking horse anyway?
So if we're going down the mainstay, Glare might actually use one of his spells to see if he can help with that.
Okay.
How long does this
Are we
last?
sure the horse's name isn't Mr. Ed?
It could be.
Pretty sure.
So can I, as a ritual, prepare detect magic? I can.
Yes, you can. It'll take 10 minutes or so, but yeah, you can do that.
That's 10 minutes, so might
Alright.
help a little bit for trying to detect something like that, which could be magical.
Would I be able to assist him to speed that up?
No.
Okay.
But you can watch him as he sets out all his various things for his ritual, and he begins sort of performing his cat-like behavior to perform. What's that look like, actually, Glare? What does it look like for him to do a ritual? I really want to. I'm curious.
Glare
now.
in his native environment. Watch as he dances.
Here we have the Glare in his natural.
Yeah, what's that look like?
Like kind you just see him setting down all kind of like tools and like hammers and like pliers and stuff like that around him, and just kind of sits down and kind of just closes his eyes and just takes in a deep breath and just like
All
smell
right.
of metal always helps me concentrate.
Yeah, and you guys watch as it lights up, like some of the tools sort of light up with this arcane power one by one, sort of softly glowing. And as you do so, Glare, you open your eyes and you can now see like magical auras as you walk about. And as you're standing in front of this wizard tower, your senses are just exploding with magic everywhere. It's like a rainbow party in here of magic.
Can someone help me get out of here?
Yes.
I will help him out.
All right. You make your way out, and now you're on one of the streets, one of the main streets of the city. And would you all like to sort of make your way towards the harbor? It's a bit of a walk, but you can certainly start walking down the main road and see if you catch anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for a friendly stroll.
And if we find this horse, maybe it could pull us all the way to the harbor.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you say? Yay or nay? Get it? Ha ha ha. Nay, get it? Yeah, yeah. Glare.
I appreciate it. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I get it. I get what little there was to
Please.
get. I get it.
Can I remove inspiration from a player?
Yes, you can.
Everyone
That was
loses their
very
inspiration.
All right. So you all begin making your way down the street to see if you can pick up any magical thing on your radar. And there's tons of horses going by. It's like a melee of carts and wagons and horse riders and carriages and all sorts of things as people go through. This is a very busy city. It's like basically it's the New York City of the Forgotten Realms. As you make your way through, though, you do actually pick up something, Glare, on your magical radar. You do see that one of the horses pulling a dray, basically a draft horse, is basically a white one, is pulling something, and it seems to be lighting up on your radar. But she's currently parked off on the side of the road.
I will stop and kind of like put my hand in front of Vince and then kind of point at the white horse there. That one's giving off a magical aura.
All right, let's do this. And then I'm going to play a little ditty on my violin, and I'm going to give myself enhanced ability, giving myself advantage on wisdom ability check.
Okay.
And because they told me I should try to be good with animals, I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
I'll approach this horse.
All right. The horse looks at you and goes,
I will smile big,
okay.
and I will say, Maxine.
Yes.
Just the horse I was looking for.
I did it!
I give a little bow. The name is Vince, and I will get a little bit closer and whisper, and I'm with the Harpers. I hear you have some information on some Zent operatives.
The Harpers? Make a persuasion check. Or animal handling check, sorry.
Oof.
She seems a bit distrustworthy of you.
I do not have a pin yet, do I?
You don't. But she will say, how do I know you're a real Harper?
Well, what if I told
Yeah.
you that... Let me pull up my notes really quick. My notes did not save. Excellent. All right. Cool. What if I said that Mr. Creel would be very grateful if he got this information?
Okay, make a persuasion check. Charisma persuasion.
There we go.
Whoa. All right. She'll say,
Holy shit.
I believe you. She'll say, what would you like to know?
I would like to know exactly where these Zentaran operatives are at
She will say,
and their identities.
She'll say, well, I recall giving a ride to a sun elf and his half-orc bodyguard 2 days ago, and I dropped them off at the Yawning Portal. They talked about hiring spies to root out the Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city.
Interesting.
And actually, she will sort of describe a little bit what they were wearing and what they looked like.
I'm assuming the half-orc looks like Xeno's friend.
Yes, actually. She will describe a female half-orc as the bodyguard, and it would definitely line up with that person. Now, I don't believe Xena told you of Davil.
I don't think she did either, no.
I didn't, but I think Vince noticed me and he saw me sitting with them. So I don't think that Jeff did, but Vince noticed me sitting with them, though. I think.
Yes, and Xena, you hear the horse, and you would recognize that the description she gave as the sun elf, the Davil was definitely a sun elf, from what you could tell. So you're pretty sure it lines up with the two. But she just basically says that they were talking about basically going against the Xanathar Guild, which, as you know, is a bad organization. And that's all they're really talking about. Hiring spies to root out.
That's very interesting information.
And the horse said, and what do we know that we're trying to look for with the Zentrum?
So the Davil and Yagra told you.
No. I know what they said. I meant like what our goal is right now. Like getting
my goal is information, basically, which I'm obtaining right now.
Yes, he's just trying to get the identity of the Zentarum operatives and determine where they are. And so you found out so far that they are Davil and Yagra, who you met, and that their goal was, what they were talking about was to root out these spies. Or no, they were trying to root out the Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city. So figure out like where they where their base of operations were in the city by hiring spies to figure that out. That was what Davil and Yager were trying to do. And the Harpers are just keeping an eye on them, basically.
Okay, well, I go ahead and I tell Kamed. Well, I tell all the party. I'm like, so I might know the identity of who this nightmare is talking about.
Nightmare.
Yeah, a mayor that travels at night. Like, get it? Nightmare. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, anyway. I know who they are.
That ferret is affecting you somehow, isn't it?
Yeah.
He sticks his head out and glares at you.
I know. I think I know the identity, but I don't think that they are associated with anything bad. If they are, I'll definitely be the first to let you all know.
In my experience with the Harpers, it's not a matter of bad, it's just a matter of knowing for them.
Mostly just for knowledge. And if you do know, if you would come with me to Mr. Creel's office, I'm sure he would love to know the whole thing going on with him then.
Well, I don't know if I want to go that far with revealing to those people who they are.
Well,
I'm just telling you all.
I already know who the half-orc is. Is the elf I do not know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, could probably find that out myself if you really wanted to. I have a certain talent for investigating things.
Well, we'll see how much this information is to Mr. Creel, and then we'll go from there.
Fair enough.
All right. So do you want to then go to Mr. Creel's office, or do you want to go check out anything else?
Well, I mean,
If
the dragon could leave.
I was gonna say, if the office is kind of on the way or off the path just a little bit, could go there. If not, then
it's not far away from where you are. Yeah, it would probably be faster to go to the office first then.
You cut out there for me.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, like, it would be faster probably to go to the office and then continue to the docks.
Okay.
Will you reconnect for me, Perry?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why it does that.
No, not your fault.
All right.
That would be Discord's fault.
So yeah, I was just saying that it would be faster probably to go to the office and then go to the dock ward rather than the other way around, if you want to do it.
That's fine if it's on the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So as you all make your way to the office of the Harpers, Mr. Creel.
Before I do leave, I do ask the horse: is there any thing I can give you for a token of thanks?
She says, "Do you have any food?"
I
know someone who does.
I do look to Xena. I do, but she might have something that might be better.
The horse looks at you expectantly, Xena.
I offer them a ferret treat.
I'd like you to make a strength athletics check
to get it away from the ferret.
Dang.
Can't you beat a ferret?
This ferret rolls like a natural 20.
Is that just my strength modifier then, since I have 0 in athletics?
Yeah, it's just your strength. It's just D20.
Okay.
Straight.
Plus strength, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 8.
He rolled a 9.
Oh God.
He had a -2. And I think. Well, hold on. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's a -2, but let me check. Sorry. Oh, I'm just gonna use the stats of this. Oh no, it's -4. So you do succeed. So you feel you feel a little bit of tug of war, but you're like, God damn it, fuck off, widget, and you just pull it and you give it to the horse.
Okay.
And the horse chews it, and she's like, interesting. This is good.
Tastes like cat food, right?
Is that what this is?
Oh no! It's just kind of has a similar taste. Not at all.
She'll sort of nuzzle up against you, like, put her head on your shoulder.
Ah,
Yeah.
And does
soft
this? Is there like a person who mans this, by the way, or is it just the horse by
It's just the horse by itself right now.
If there's like a bucket or something, I will put like a gold coin in there as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can place a gold coin nearby, and yeah, continue making your way down the street. All right. So as you say goodbye to Maxine, the mayor, you eventually find a sort of small building, almost looks like an apartment building, honestly, but like just the ground floor level of it, and you see a sign of a picture of a harp.
I will knock really quickly, open the door, and say, "Have the shipment of new instruments come in yet?"
You'll see a man wearing sort of a black suit and a matching black hat, writing with a quill on a paper, being like looking like he's in focus, and he looks up at you and he says, "Ah, just the one I've been looking for. Come on in."
I take that as a no on the shipment. Darn. And he just gives a little
He
chuckle.
shakes his head. He's like, "How's it going, Vince?"
Oh, not too bad. Just got the information that you have been requesting, actually. And then I will go ahead and give details of the half-orc, not giving the name quite yet, and the elf, about going to the Yawning Portal and seeing about getting recruits for the going against the Xanathar's people.
Right before you begin explaining, he actually puts away the quill and puts it down and sort of places his hands and crosses his fingers to listen intently to the information that you have to give him. And he says, "I see." He says, "These must be the other faction of the Zentarum. Very interesting. Did you get any other information, any names, anything about their physical features?"
I will describe whatever I could that the horse told me, and I will give a look to Xena to see if she does have a change of heart, about revealing potentially the name.
So you're not revealing the name?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Xena first and then see if she will say anything. If not, go from there.
Xena, do you say or do any looks over at Vince?
I guess I look at Vince and I kind of shrug, like as if to say, you can say whatever, but I just don't want to.
I will say the half-orc's name. The horse didn't know the elf's name yet, right?
And I never told you either.
No.
You never told me either. No.
Yeah. Okay. He'll say, "Yagra Stonefist. I have heard of her. Okay, very well. I don't think they're a threat or a problem. They seem to be part of the other faction of the Zentarum. The ones we're worried about are allied with Manchun, as you know, right?"
Yeah, and I was going to say anyone who is against Xanathar is probably well, not friend, but could be seen as an ally.
Very well. I shall make note of this, and we'll keep an eye on them, but I'm not too worried for now. And he'll say, "Thank you very much for the information." And he will...
I will look at Glare really quick before he does continue on.
Okay.
Did you want to join?
I'm okay with contracting for now.
All right, just thought I'd ask. All right, and I will look back to Mr. Creel. Potential.
Blair will also pull out a business card and leave it on his desk.
Oh my god. He looks at it. "I see."
Potential.
He sort of politely
member
puts
in
it
the
away.
Just gotta pay the bills somehow.
And you get paid by doing this, my friend. This is something you like to do. But I will respect your decision.
Speaking of pay, he sort of pulls out a sack of gold, and says 50 gold for you and each of your friends.
Thank you very much, Mr. Creel. And I will give a small bow.
All right. You each get 50 gold from this. And Vince, you gain 1 renown that if you could track it on your organization's part of your sheet would be nice. So you have 1 renown with the Harpers now.
Cool.
Cool. He'll say, be on the lookout for any other missions we give you. We'll deliver them in a similar manner as last time.
Currently at 225 gold. Might have to spend that soon.
All right. What do you do?
Well, let's go talk to a dragon.
Mr. Creel's like, what? What? Excuse me?
You heard me.
Going off some rumors. Nothing to fully entail quite yet. I'll get back to you.
He sort of shakes his head and laughs and continues working on the paper he was writing earlier.
And then I start pushing Claire out.
All right, you push Claire out the door.
Hey!
I assume the rest of you follow. Okay, cool. So, at this point, you all are now back on the street, and you can continue making your way towards the young bronze dragon in the harbor. At that point, though, as you're making your way, Xena, you receive a message.
I thought the ferret was going to do something.
No, not this time. Not this time.
Took my treats, toots. Come at me.
Xena, you receive a message in the form of a paper bird this time.
I open it.
It says in it, someone is killing elf and half-elf sailors in the dock ward. 3 are dead so far, each one decapitated by a blade in the dead of night. Look into it, will you? Methinks the city watch could use a little help. And then the paper sort of crumbles up and turns to ash in your hands right after you finish reading it.
Do I suspect who it's from?
Oh yeah, it would have said dash Davil at the end.
Okay.
And it just sort of it sprinkles into ash before anyone really has a chance to read it.
That was very cloak and dagger. Anything we need to know about?
Yeah, well, apparently someone is killing off elves and half-elf sailors in the dock ward, which, well, I mean, that's my people.
Well, I'm safe.
I glare. And then I'm like, anyway, 3 are dead so far. Apparently they're decapitating them in the night. So I had a little birdie, literally, tell me to maybe look into it. And
Well, at the very least, that definitely isn't a lot to go on, but it might be fun to investigate that.
well, I have an investigator friend. I pull out a card. I could
Where did
ask
you
him
get
to
that?
help.
Where did you get that?
Oh, do you know him?
He's a fraud. He's not very good
What?
at his job.
He seems so nice. I mean, he said he would help me look into anything, and I could call on him at any time. I thought he was nice.
Keeps taking my jobs.
To be fair, if it's at the harbor area, after we potentially find the dragon, we can make a day of just staying at the harbor and wait until night.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'll give my friend a call just in case to have
Xena,
him be on the lookout.
you get a point of inspiration for that. That's
What?
that's
What?
amazing.
What?
Nothing. It's just funny.
If the DM can give those out whenever he wants, and
Oh, I didn't know what
he
they're
liked the
for.
role playing.
Okay.
That was good role playing. All right, so oh my god,
Claire just looks peeved.
yes. All right. You
Well,
all,
he just told me that he didn't care about elves, so it's like, well, if you don't care, then I'll find someone who
didn't say
will.
that. I
then.
said I'm safe.
Grr.
Why do you think making the cook angry is a good idea?
Angry
I
cooks in the
didn't try
kitchen.
to make her angry. I'm just saying that I just made an observation. I'd be safe if I went down there.
Not very good with people, are you?
That's why he doesn't get jobs.
I
Let's see. My -1 charisma score says.
I attempt to like ruffle his fur on his head if he lets me.
Aren't I like I'm like 7 foot something?
Well, I try to jump. Well, I know I'm tall because I'm an elf, but I try if you are a much taller than me, then I try to like jump up to try and ruffle your
I'm
fur.
6'9".
Well, I start jumping and I'm like, ugh, ugh.
You can reach it if you jump. I mean, you're a monk, and you're
Okay.
also 6 feet tall, so you're pretty tall.
Glare just sighs and kind of like leans towards her.
Yeah.
Aw, see, you do have a heart. Aw.
I just felt bad for you jumping up and
Ah.
down.
I'm just fascinated
Sure
to see
you did.
our cat friend swim in the water, personally.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I'll have you know I'm an excellent swimmer.
Still have a dragon to go find who possibly has a lot of loot. Just saying.
That's what I say. I can't wait to see him swim.
We are not taking from the dragon to Jeff.
That's what you think.
Oh god. All right. You all
You dead, bro.
you all continue making your way to the harbor, and as you do so, you look out sort of off the dock. It is now, by the way, it's a bit in the afternoon at this point, probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you all sort of left in the morning, so it's been a bit of a day traveling all about the city. As you peer out across the harbor, I'd like everybody to make a perception check for me.
Assuming it's been longer than an hour since I cast my spell.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn, if you had advantage on that one, Zell.
18.
Damn. Everyone rolled actually pretty good.
Okay, yeah. So Vince, Xena, Tari, and Glare, everyone but Jeff, basically, you all notice, not anywhere near the city, really. It's a bit of a ways out, probably a few hundred yards out. You see a shimmer underneath the ocean waves, just like a metallic shimmer go across.
Well, that's unsettling. Or pretty, whichever way you want to look at it.
It was pretty. Yeah.
What's unsettling?
Glaire's gonna pull out a tiny metallic sphere and start fiddling around with it for a moment.
Okay. He's fiddling with a ball.
And he's going to basically throw it out, and it's going to emit the words of it'll have, let's see, a static visual effect including up to 25 words of text. So I'm assuming I can make just a shiny words I can just like throw in the water and hopefully catch the eye of a dragon.
Yeah, what so yes.
So he's going to enchant it to say the words, "To the bronze dragon, we would like to communicate with you," and then hurl it as hard as he can towards where he saw these.
Okay, what is this thing that you're using?
I'm using like a small, like little brass ball that like about the size of his hand.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's not that small. Like I just have to use a tiny non-magical object, so it's literally.
Oh,
just on
magical
metal.
tinkering. Okay.
Yes.
There's a long core message, just 25 words.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that.
All right, so you're just trying to get his attention in some way.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. What is this thing's perception? Probably pretty high. Okay, yeah. You notice the shimmer stop, like in the water, and it sort of comes around and looks at you. And you look off in the distance. You see that it approaches nearer to you, but doesn't quite come all the way up to the harbor. Instead, there's a nearby rock outcropping, and you watch as a claw sort of makes its way up onto the rock, and then another claw up onto the rock, and you watch as this young bronze dragon, about 10 to 15 feet long, somewhere in between there, makes its way up out of the water and onto the rock. And as it does so, it sort of shakes itself like a cat, and water or a dog, and sort of water starts spraying everywhere off of its back.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't actually expect that to work.
And it sort of shakes its leg and gets some of the water off, and shakes its other leg and gets more water off, and it's sort of looking at you.
About how far away is it?
It's probably about 100 yards away out in the water.
Okay.
And
Well, I
yeah.
guess we could take a boat out to see it.
And actually, a lot of there's a few dock workers nearby who are like, "Oh my goodness!" And then they sort of run off. They're like, "I ain't dealing with that." They
Is
rush.
there any unattended boats nearby?
Yeah, there's a couple rowboats nearby. If you all would like to. Who's going in the rowboat?
Tari will go.
Tari's going.
Vince
Zena-
will.
Vince is going. Zena, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, do you want to go?
I'm gonna stay at the dock.
You're gonna stay at the dock.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I don't think the dragon's gonna like me very much.
All right. So the four of you, without minus Jeff will stay on the dock. Make your way over to the dragon, and you sort of go up to the rock, and you get near the dragon, and the dragon looks at you, and what do you say?
Oh, hey,
He
girl,
kinda-
hey. I'm just
He
kidding.
kind of elbows Tari and kind of tries to nudge her. Glare
I'll just say
doesn't.
hello.
Or
The dragon
do that.
will say, "Hey, how's it going?"
See, I told you that speak our language.
It just
It
speaks in
seems to speak
common.
your language very well, Vincent.
He says, "What's going on? What brings you all out here? It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
In the neighborhood.
Look at all the fish." And it sort of looks around.
It was a very beautiful day.
Glare's kind of at a
Terry
loss for
starts looking
words.
Tari attempts to catch a fish with her mage hand.
Oh God. Jesus. I don't even know. Make a
Athletics?
dexterity check.
Arcana?
I don't know. Yeah, just make a dexterity check. No. This is way too hard to do that. You try though. And he sort of looks at you, he's like, "Sorry I couldn't get any closer. It doesn't let me. I can't get as close as I want. I don't know, there's smells weird over there. I don't like it."
Would Glare
Weird
possibly
how?
know what is the cause of that is?
Make a Arcana check. Or a history check. Either one. I don't know. Whatever's better.
Probably dead elven bodies that are rotting in the harbor. Claire.
No.
Tari will ask the dragon in
Oh.
Draconic.
Or maybe it's me.
Weird how.
The
No,
dragon.
Glare doesn't know what it is. Damn it.
The dragon will respond. He'll say, "I don't know. It's like I just don't want to go there. You know. I don't want to get."
Would I know any stories about Waterdeep and having like
That's what I was
prevention of
wondering.
dragons?
Yeah, make a history check. I'll say since you're a bard with advantage.
23.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit!
That-
All right.
that is a crit.
Yes. So yeah, you know for sure, 100%, that Waterdeep has a magical barrier basically all around
Yeah.
it, protecting it from dragons, and it's the one defense that sort of humans built. It's a big reason why this city hasn't just been decimated by ancient dragons and the like, because of this well-maintained arcane field that keeps dragons away.
I'd hope you understand. It's not because of you. It's because of the chromatic dragons, I believe.
Oh yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad news. Anyway,
So
how can I help you?
what brings you to this area?
Oh, I really like the fish around here. They're really tasty in this part of the harbor, in this part of the area.
You've worried the defenders of Waterdeep just a little. That they're just kind of curious about why you were here. You've scared some of the fishing boats and the sailors.
Oh, I'm scaring people? I don't mean to scare people.
Yeah, they don't know the difference between dragons. They just see dragon and get scared.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's who you are. You should never let that.
I scare people all the time.
Should I stay?
Yeah,
Should
Yeah,
I
exactly.
he sure does.
should I stay under the water? Should I not show myself?
That
Um,
that might help a little. But I think they just wanted to find out why you were here because they of course have a natural aversion to dragons because
Well, can you tell them I'm just here to just to eat the good fish? I don't mean to hurt anybody.
Tari looks at Glare.
well, I mean, I don't really know. This is kind of not how I was expecting this conversation to go, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
Just because I'm gonna do an insight check, I'm gonna fail at it, especially since it's a dragon. But I'm gonna try it anyways.
go for it.
I'm pretty sure it's telling the truth anyways, but just have to try. 19.
You're pretty certain he's telling the truth, and
Yeah,
that
that's what I
he's
thought.
just. He'll say, "Listen, my name is Zelifarn. This is my first time around these parts, and I just really like it here. You know, I don't want any trouble or anything.
We might be able to work something out with the defenders of Waterdeep.
Yeah, we'd be probably able to act as liaisons now that we know that you have no hostile intentions.
Say, do you guys
What's
have any?
Just a second. What's the coolest thing you found here so far?
Oh, I found a weird looking. It's like a shiny lobster.
Interesting.
But no, not like a normal lobster.
Shiny.
Like big. Like a big one.
Bigger than you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oof.
But it's like shiny. Like
From the movie Moana, yeah.
Yeah, I
we got
know,
it.
we get it.
Does it look hostile at all?
I don't know, it didn't look natural though. It's like under the
Hmm.
water, under a
Is
ship.
it really far down?
Yeah, it's like under a ship and there was like a little thing tied to the ship from it. It's really
But
cool.
like it's
I wanted
really
it. It was
close
so
by
shiny.
here?
like a tether of some kind?
Yeah, yeah. Tether, yeah.
We might let Lady Blackstaff know about that.
That definitely sounds like something we should let her know. She might actually want to talk to you, Mr. Zaltar.
Who's that? Who's the Blackstaff?
She's the leader of one of the factions in the city.
Whoa, that sounds important.
Very
I don't know
Whoa.
if I'm ready for all that.
She's
You're a
very
very, very important dragon, though.
I am?
Is it close
I
by
would think
here
so.
where we are now?
No, it's on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Say, do you guys have anything shiny that I could have? I'm
I
building
have
a
fairy
horde.
treats.
I give him 4 silver.
He takes them in his claws. I love you.
Can I touch your scales?
Yes. You
I'll pet
touch
the
his,
dragon.
yeah, you pet the dragon. It feels, pretty rough and coarse, but not that bad. Feels very, very strong, actually. Very armored.
Your scales are pretty.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not many people give compliments anymore. They always run away screaming or no one understands us anymore.
No, I get that a lot actually too.
Yeah. I can
Tara
see
uses her
that.
mage hand to scritch Glare under the chin.
Are you going to stick around for much longer?
I'll probably just stay around under the water until I hear from you all. What?
If we need to talk to you again, we'll throw the same object, right, Glare?
I mean, I can definitely do that. Sure.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll be around. You know, I'm usually around this time of day. I'm here, so just stop on by. I'll try not to scare anyone. I won't come out unless I see there's not many people around or there's no one around, and I won't scare anyone.
How well can you see in the dark?
Really well.
You haven't
So
been seeing any shady people, have you? You know, killing elves.
Shady people killing elves. That sounds really bad. No, I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything like that.
It really does sound bad, doesn't it?
could you keep an eye on the dock? Somebody is killing people like
Actually,
Xena.
wait. I didn't see it. I did see someone looking shady. But not on this side of the harbor. And he'll sort of lift his claw up and point to the other side. Over there, he says he was in the shade. That's shady.
That is. You're
is-
right.
That is shady.
How far away from the harbor is he? Would he even be able to see anything that's going on in the harbor from this distance?
The dragon will describe where it saw him, and you'll think it's like it would be at the dock ward, in an area of the dock ward that you do know of. But he'll say that the man who stood in the shade, was he saw him at night, and that he did seem to have a shiny weapon of some kind with him.
If it's shiny, it could be magical. That could be helpful to us, actually. Very well. We'll pass along your message to Blackstaff, and we'll see what we can arrange, and we'll contact you as soon as we have more information again.
At that point, the
Thank
dragon will look over at land, and he'll see Jeff, and he'll point out with his claw, and he'll say, "Shady."
Yes.
Shady.
He is indeed shady. Yes,
Wait
he
a moment.
is.
Did he look like Jeff did?
Sort of, yeah, shady like him.
Shady.
Oh,
Shady, shady, dark, shady.
thanks for your help. And I give him another 5 silver.
Okay, he'll happily take it. He'll say, "I'll see you guys around. I'll try not to scare anyone. Nice meeting you."
Nice meeting you too.
Nice meeting you as well.
He'll jump in the water, and water will splash everywhere and get all over everybody. You all now smell like salt water.
Oh, good.
Hesitation on myself.
So, out
Ben,
of
say what,
curiosity,
please.
did anyone else see that going like that? Because I definitely didn't see that going like that.
I thought it went just the way I planned it to.
Right, well, shall we go back to let Jeff know that he's a shady person?
Yes.
And that we all agreed.
They all agreed with the dragon.
We don't have. We can leave that part out.
F.
All right, you guys row your way back to land, and Jeff, what are you doing? What were you doing that whole time as they were
Looking shady.
other than looking shady?
Well, I mean, I kind of watched them for a little while, and then I kind of looked around for somebody maybe to entertain myself with, maybe doing a little pickpocketing just to bide some time.
All right, you would find a dock worker to pickpocket if you'd like to make a sleight of hand check.
If right when the dragon pointed, that's when we see him pickpocketing someone.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my
with all
God.
the people who think I'm a bad person, so I might as well indulge myself. I mean, my character is an awful person.
We have established this, yes.
Sleight of hand. F. God damn it.
It actually still works because they rolled even lower than that. There's no crit.
Holy
There's
shit.
no crit fails on ability checks. But you You do reach into the pocket of the dock worker, really clumsily, almost tripping over yourself, but they don't seem to notice.
They're watching the big silver dragon over the way.
And the,
I
Bronze.
guess so.
Bronze, sorry, you're right.
the only thing you get out of their pocket, though, is just like 2 copper. But someone does catch your eye. You see a young child as you snatch the 2 copper. You're like, nah, that's nothing. You just put it in your pocket or whatever. But you do see a young child with their head covered, sort of holding out a sheet of paper, trying to get your attention.
Okay,
Girl
I'll walk
Scout
over to him.
cookies,
You get a sheet of paper, and it has a mission for you from you know who. I'm just gonna paste it in chat for you.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
That's the mission. It says this mission is so easy, a gang of street urchins could pull it off. And it's funny because it was given to you by a street urchin, so it's got a bit of humor in it. It says, I want you to deliver an expose to Gaxley Rudderbust, the publisher of a local broadsheet called the Waterdeep Wazoo, without his knowing who wrote it or where it came from. You'll find his office at the corner of Imar Street and Stallion Street in the North Ward. Leave the story on his desk.
Okay, so where do I get the expose from, or was it part of the note?
At that, when you say that, the child will produce a packet and hand it to you.
Very well. So I guess while the rest of them are talking to this dragon, I decide that I'm not all about that mess and decide to stroll off to the North Ward.
All right.
Shady.
As you all are rowing over, you see Waterdeep. As you stroll over back to the city of Waterdeep from the ocean, you see Jeff sort of getting bored and walking away.
Where the heck is he going?
Shady.
God.
What have
It's
I
really
done?
not helping that dragon's opinion of him. All right,
Okay,
well,
nothing
I
about
guess
no
he's
dragon.
gone when we get there.
Yep.
So we delivered the news then right away, or and then
Well,
come back, or we wanted to stay here for the day, wait for
Uh,
nighttime, see what's going
About
on.
what time is it, anyways?
By now it's like mid-afternoon, I'd say. So, you know.
We'd have time to go turn it in
Probably
and then
time.
get back just before night and start posting up.
I would agree with that.
All right. So do you guys just let Jeff go off on his own?
Yep.
He
I
knows where we
guess,
are.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Zeta does it.
Wait, he's just walking away?
Yeah.
He probably's already gone by the time we get there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Well, then-
kind of. You'd have to like hunt him down.
Well, I just say that I came out here for an adventure, not to sleep around like cats, and then I just go off trying to find him.
You got to meet a dragon. How's that not an adventure?
All right.
True.
You're gonna try to follow him. Jeff, are you trying to be sneaky away, or are you just like walking away?
Well, I'm just walking away for now until I actually get to the North Ward, because, I mean, the most way to not be conspicuous is to just act like a normal person walking down the street, so...
All right. Then at that point, Xena, make a survival check just to see how well you do at following his footprints and tracks and
You
stuff.
can always have Widget try to track me down.
Okay.
You could have Widget help too.
Can you find?
If you have
Shady
Widget,
guy.
How do I even have him help me?
you would just ask him.
Okay, well, so do I roll first and then ask, or what?
Just ask him first.
Okay. So I nudge the satchel and I'm like, hey,
He sticks his head out.
I'll give you a treat if you help me.
He looks at you, sort of squints his eyes at you, and he'll nod begrudgingly.
I give him a treat and I'm like, we need to find a really shady person.
He'll
And I explained that it's Jeff and all that.
Okay, so I'll say for the purposes of this, you have advantage on
Okay.
your
So then I
survival
roll.
check, as Widget will hop out of the bag and also sniff the air to see if
12.
he can help. That's fine. That's fine. He's not trying to be stealthy, so that beats the DC. So you do track Jeff pretty easily, and you two make your way to the corner of Imar Street and Stallion Street in the North Ward.
Wait, can I stealth though behind him so he doesn't see me?
Yes,
like,
make a stealth check. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to beat Jeff's passive perception, which is
I
9.
did.
F.
9. You
So
do
I
beat
did.
it. Yes.
Your passive perception is 9?
His passive perception is 9. He doesn't see shit. So,
Dude, my perception roll is -1.
Oh. Didn't
That's
take a
why
lot
you
of
think
wisdom,
my
did you?
perception roll sucks so bad.
Well, it was a character made for him.
All
so.
all in the name of having +4 charisma.
It makes sense
I
now, actually. You're right.
mean, Yeah.
So I'm stealthing along, following him.
yes, you're being as quiet as you can as you make your way through the street. You don't think he's seen you. You're just keeping an eye on him. So, Jeff, you've now, unaware of anyone following you or anything, you've made your way to the corner of these two streets in the North Ward, and you do see the building that you're going after.
Is it nighttime yet, or is it still dusk? Or
It's evening, so it's like it's probably around 4 or 5 o'clock ish p.m.
okay,
like afternoon.
Well, I'm gonna try to find like a street stall or something and just grab a quick bite to eat while I wait for it to get really dark. Make sure that he's either gone to bed or left the building for the evening, whatever he's doing. That way, I kind of have a little bit more of an advantage since I'm a drow and everything.
All right, cool. So Xena, you see that he's just getting food and just waiting around this area. What would you stay there and just monitor him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean, he's shady, so I want to know what he's doing.
meanwhile, with the others, you all have made your way back to Blackstaff Tower, and you are now in the audience of the Blackstaff herself.
Yeah.
And
That was fast.
yeah, we're going quick. And she will.
Bronze dragon, good guy, just likes the fish. Also, shiny big lobster, bigger than dragon in the waters over yonder.
That was a very succinct and quite good storytelling there, Vince. I'm glad we have a bard here.
Yeah, no problem.
She looks a little confused, and she's like, "All right, slow down a little bit. The dragon you say was
Tari will fill in all the details.
Okay.
Dragon's name and what
A
he
little
wants, what
immature,
he's
if
doing.
anything, but doesn't seem to be dangerous or wrathful in any way.
all right." After you all fill in all the details, she says, "I see a metallic lobster vessel underneath a boat. Interesting. I've heard of this type of technology before. It is not native to Waterdeep, however. Very well. I shall investigate. This is good. Thank you very much." She will then...
Also, we said that we might bring you to talk to the dragon. I'm not sure if you want to, but he's all in game for it.
Very well. Perhaps I will, or I'll send someone else in my stead. But I thank you for looking into it. Has he... has he promised to... You say he's promised to not...
He's promised
Scare
not to
the
attack
Waterdeep.
any of the ships that are in the harbor and try to stay out of sight as not to alarm anyone.
Very well. I'll also alert the city watch and have them sort of explain to the dock workers that he is a friendly dragon then, and that he's just fishing and keeping to himself.
Apparently, we have very good fish here.
We do, actually. Well, thank you very much for your help. I would like you, Glare, to put a 1 renown as a gray hand. Or force, yeah, gray hand is fine.
Mhm.
So blank that in the organizations list. And she will give you all 50 gold apiece. So including for Jeff and Xena.
I was gonna say, what are we gonna do with their share?
Yeah, so you guys have their gold. I mean, you don't have to give it to them, but she gives you that much gold. That would be mean. That would be mean. Anyway, they she will say, I may have more work for you in the future, if you don't mind. Thank you very much.
First time I've spoken to a dragon, so this could actually be quite a beneficial work for me. So I'm definitely inclined to say yes.
Very well, I should be off. I have matters to attend to in Baldur's Gate, nonetheless. So, a bit of a travel. Won't take me too long, though. And she sort of snaps her fingers and she's gone.
I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah. Mattress to attend to, yes. All right, so now you all make your way out of Blackstaff Tower. What would you like to do?
I think we're going back to the harbor. Weird that Xena
That's
wanted to do something and he's not here, but just
not was my inclination. I definitely want to find out more about what's going on there. Just
I thought Jeff was going to the harbor.
no, he was leaving the
Oh.
harbor.
He's going off
But
this.
it was the dock ward.
Jeff is going to the North Ward. You all were going to go to the dock ward to see the shady character person.
Oh, okay.
Jeff is going off to do some random shit. And you're following him. Keep an eye on
Yeah, I
him.
just want to know.
Yeah. So you all know that the dragon did say that the shady character was seen at night, and you do still have some time. You could still go there and potentially scope out the area the dragon was talking about, or you could wait and see what you want to do at night. It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
I say we go before night so we can take a look around without being too conspicuous.
Okay.
I'm inclined to agree to that.
All right, let me copy these. So we got Glare, Tari, and Vince heading over to the docks. Everyone double check your tokens, please, because yeah.
Yeah, for now it's fine.
I'm just sort of moving you guys. Oh, whoops. Oh my goodness gracious.
oh my goodness.
I clicked the button on my mouse and broke everything. Give me 1 sec to get back in the game.
Stop breaking things.
I know, it's awful. Alright. So I have moved your tokens there. Let's see, Vince, Glare, and Tark. Do you guys see the map?
Yes.
Alright. You guys are on this dock, and it seems to be a normal looking dock type area. You do see one person. Well, you see more than him, but for the purposes of this map, you just see one. You see one person over here working by the boats. You see several other folks working at the dock as well, just kind of going about their day, picking up crates, loading them onto ships. Some of them seem to be filled with fish. There's a man sort of cleaning up the dock on the south side with a bucket of water and a mop, and other things of that nature. But this does seem to be the area that the dragon was describing.
Well,
All right, Mr. Investigator, what do you propose we do?
Easiest thing to start doing is just start talking to people and finding out what they know to start.
All right.
Guess start investigating and talking to potential witnesses.
Okay. You approach just a random dock worker or something?
Yeah, why not?
All right. As you approach him, he sort of looks to you all and a bit surprised, as you are very unique looking individuals. And he'll say, hey, can I help you guys?
Yeah, we've heard a rumor there was some murders happening apparently at these docks and just wanted more information.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And this man that you're looking at is a human man. And he just says, yeah, it's been awful. It's mostly elves that appear to have been targeted, but we've had a few die within the last few days, and it's just they've been completely decapitated around here, and it's putting everyone on edge. All of our half elf dock workers have been relocated for now to other areas, but a couple of brave ones are still sticking around. So,
Do you have any idea where have they all been found in the same general area, or have they all been?
no, it's kind of been up and down this area, this whole ward, and he'll sort of like motion like the general area of where it's been happening, and he'll say, yeah, I mean, it's kind of been all around this general vicinity. Not sure why specifically though. It's really weird.
Where are the workers that are sticking it out?
He'll point to two of them. He'll point to one guy on in the middle area of the dock, and then the other guy he'll say is in a building nearby. And he will say that their names are Theala Yaldrin and Lucan Cardinal.
Sorry, Theadra and Lucan.
Theala and Lucan, Thiala, and Lucan, Lucan. He'll say those are the two dock workers who are brave enough, I guess, to still work on these areas of the docks despite being half elves.
Did the victims have anything in common at all? Was there anything besides their physical traits that may have connected them?
No, not that I would know of. All I know is that they were elves.
Were they all types of elves, or just one specific type of elf?
I don't know much about elves, honestly. Sorry, but all I know is that they were half elves. One was a half elf, one was an elf. Don't know what kind. Sorry, not my area of expertise.
That's all right. Thank you for everything that you've told us.
You're welcome. And just don't get into trouble. This seems like bad news.
I never get into trouble.
And
I'll give him a silver piece.
He'll graciously accept that as his eyes light up. And he's like, "Thank you so much. Good luck."
Oh, yeah, we'll look at Glare. Shadow?
Oh yes. Has anyone just quite fitting a shadowy description been seen anywhere nearby at all?
He'll say, "Not that I know of, or not that I've seen."
Any drows have been around these docks as of late?
Drow? Not that I've seen.
Alright, I think we got what we need so far.
All right.
Indeed.
Thanks, and good luck. Stay safe. And he'll continue on with his job of loading crates up and whatnot. So what do you guys want to do now?
I guess try to figure out. Oh, can I ask him where the victims were found? Then try to get locations. Is he still here?
Yeah, he'll give you two locations. One of them was sort of on the other side of this dock, on the opposite side, and one of them was like basically further back from where you all came right now. So it's still within the same basically like 300-yard area like of this dock, but just like different points. And he'll say that the city watch came by and sort of took the evidence and took care of everything, and they've been trying to figure out what's been going on, but haven't been able to quite yet.
Of course not. They haven't called me yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, gonna roll her eyes at
Someone's
that.
sounding like that witch streamer right now.
Glare, should we
sound
shadow
nothing
the
alike.
two remaining dock workers after speaking with them to see if someone will attack them tonight?
Might not be a bad idea. We also have potentially 2 places to investigate while we wait for night to fall, but maybe we should find those people first. You were right.
Well, you do see one of them working on the dock right now, and he told you that one of the others was in a building nearby that he pointed to.
Well, that definitely makes things easy.
Yeah.
Shall we?
You're the investigator.
You're
Follow
not really
Glary.
much. I'm really not much the talkative one, my turn. Anyways,
All right.
Vince is being quiet, revel in it.
that's very true.
So, what would you like to do specifically? Would you like to talk to the one at the dock, or would you like to go?
Well, if we see one right away, if I think talk to them first.
All right. You go up to them, and they'll look at you and they'll say, "Hello there. How can I help you?"
Oh well, just kind of looking into the murders that have been apparently plaguing this place, and just wondering if you had any information we could possibly use to solve it.
Not really much other than what everybody around here's heard so far, that someone's killing elves and half elves.
And that doesn't alarm you at all, or?
I mean, it's only been a couple murders. I mean, there's tons of half elves around. I don't see any reason why people think they're just targeting us. It's probably all superstition or something.
I see.
They're probably
Well,
just a bunch of thugs going after people's money, just like anywhere else.
Did you know these 2 that were murdered, by the way?
Not personally, no. Heard
were
of
they
them.
workers? Were
Yeah,
they dock workers as well?
yeah, just dock workers around here.
And would you have known what kind of elf and half-elf they were?
I think one of them was a high elf, and or half high elf rather, and then the other one was a just a wood elf.
Alright, so no specific elf in particular.
No.
That doesn't narrow it down at all. Have you seen anyone around here that doesn't look like they belong at all, or?
No, other than you 3.
I mean, fair enough.
Fair point.
He sort of squints at you. No. Like, hold on.
Okay then. Well, at the very least, you probably want to make sure you stay safe. We're just going to keep poking around and see if we can find out more information. I take it you probably won't be here for much longer because it's getting closer to night.
No, actually, I'm working the late shift tonight, so I'll be here into the night a little while.
Oh, okay then. Well, if we need any more information, I guess we know where to find you.
Yep, be right here.
We heard there was another elf as well working on around here. Do you happen to know where we can find them?
Yeah, Theala, she's in the mess room.
Thank you. Guess taking a cue from Vince, he'll pop a silver out and hand it to the half elf.
He'll grab it.
Any drow that have been around here recently, by the way? Have you seen?
Drow? No, not that I've seen.
Thank you very much. And as we're walking away, I will like nudge Glare. You're learning.
Well, they seem to actually talk to you if you pay them. Tried that before without paying them. They just kind of look at you weird and walk away. Also, might need to come back and really rather not have him calling the guards on us yet.
Yeah, and as you all leave, he sort of like suspiciously looks at you as he continues his work. And he keeps kind of turning back and looking at you, making sure you're
Not following him.
Not following him anymore or anything.
Seems like a nice guy. Anyways.
Though we should probably keep an eye on him from the shadows in case anyone does jump.
I would agree, especially if he's going to be here all night. That's like asking to be killed.
Well, like you said, it was just a couple murders. Just happened to be 2 elves. Well, 1 half elf, 1 elf.
Once is unfortunate, twice is a coincidence. The third time, you really don't want to be that third person because that's a pattern.
All right.
Shall we go?
Is the plan to just
Go
you guys-
talk to the other half elf, or the other elf, I think. What's the
Oh,
other
okay.
plan?
Yes, the wood elf. Or the other elf. Yeah, you can go.
Aha, she's a wood elf. We got
She
information.
is a wood elf. All right, you go into the mess hall, and you do see she's the only elf there. But there are several dock workers in here, all eating dinner, and you see her sort of eating out of a bowl. She's sort of wearing a dock workers seafaring bandana and just a vest and some slacks.
Looks at Vince. Down, Vince.
Every time, I swear.
You do this to yourself.
She is kind of cute.
I have done nothing wrong. Thank you very much so far.
Yet.
Just making sure. Well, I guess approach her.
You all approach her, and she sort of looks up at you, and she says, "Do I know you?"
Well, probably not, but we're looking into the murders that have happened around the docks here, and just kind of wanted to ask you a couple questions.
Oh, okay. What would you like to know?
Well, I heard you, Tech. Sorry. Well, first of all, did you happen to see anyone suspicious around the times of the murders?
No, not particularly. Are you with the City Watch?
No, this has been handed to us for personal reasons. I'm a private investigator. These are my partners.
She looks very suspicious. She says,
Can I pull out a business card and hand it to her?
Actually, about that, make a perception check for me retroactively."
Huh? Where's my token? Hang on. Why do I have the feeling someone may have swiped my business cards?
Oh,
Fuck.
Yeah, so while you were paying it, you pat yourself for the business cards. You're like, shit, where'd they go? I just gave one not too long.
Tari will pull out one of his business cards and hand it to her.
You watch as Tari pulls one out.
What? Where did you...
And she says, "Oh, you're an investigator. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I've heard rumors, but I need the money, so I still come to work, you know?"
Understandable. And so you haven't seen anyone suspicious other than us around, or...
"No, but you guys really do look suspicious around here." And she kind of looks around, and you see everyone in here is dressed as dock workers. And either that or just general workers, laborers. And you all are in armor and everything. Fancy clothes.
It's a dangerous job, so, just sometimes you gotta make sure that you're not attracting the wrong kind of attention. Right, anyways.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I don't have a ton of information, but good luck. I hope they catch whoever's been killing people.
Tari will communicate with her in Elvish and basically ask her, "Do you mind if one of us shadows you or stays with you to make sure you stay safe?"
She'll say, "Yeah, I don't." She doesn't mind. Or actually, just make a persuasion check. Let's see if this works.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll say, "Yeah, that's okay. Just don't get in the way of my job, and it'll be all right." Do you suspect that there's something's gonna happen?
Someone may be targeting people of your race or half elves.
All right. Well, I'm only working for a few more hours, so.
Do you have a
but
preference about which one of us would stay with you?
If you say Vince, I will laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
She'll say.
I've been very well behaved so far, thank you.
She'll say the cat looks good.
I'm gonna laugh now because that's and he, I guess Glare will actually respond in Elvish. I will do my best to keep you safe.
She will respond, "Thank you," in Elvish.
Didn't know I spoke Elvish, did ya, Tari?
I just try to talk to people in their native languages because it's polite.
Is it? Oh. Keep that in mind.
Blair is learning so much today.
All right, so Glare, you're gonna just sit and sort of shadow the wood elf. What are the other two of you gonna do while this happens?
Gonna meal in, and then keep an eye on the other guy who's be here till late night.
I'm going to keep an eye on the other guy.
Okay, so Tari, you're keeping an eye on him from a distance, and you're just waiting until nightfall. All right. As nightfall approaches or begins to approach, we're gonna go back to the other crew.
I was waiting for that. Yeah.
All right. The two of you, Xena and Jeff, are off at. You are off in this strange intersection, and it is now nighttime. It is dark. You don't see anyone around the building, Jeff, anymore. You think it might be the time.
Strike.
Shady.
Yeah.
You just hear in the background, shady.
All right, so I'm gonna walk the building really quick, as inconspicuously as possible, to see if there's like a back door, or if I'm gonna have to go through the front.
There is a back door.
All right, I'm gonna go to the back door, check to see if it's locked, and pick it if it is not.
It is locked, and you can make a dexterity. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I am.
All right.
With
so
thieves' tools, yeah.
Make a dexterity check and add your proficiency. So dex plus 5.
Okay.
Is the d20? Yeah.
What is that?
Or sorry, 1d20 plus 5. Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah. 1d20 plus 5. I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah.
To myself.
You actually do manage to unlock it with that.
Whew, bet that was close. Alrighty, I'm gonna walk in. I'm not gonna turn any lights on or light any candles or anything because my dark vision usually is good enough to let me at least walk around the house. And I'm gonna do it quietly to make sure there's nobody else here.
All right, make a stealth check.
Finally, a freaking good roll. Damn.
All right, you think you're being very, very sneaky, like the knight. Xena, you were watching him, and you watched him go to the back of the building. What do you do?
I follow him.
All right,
While still stealthing.
While still stealthing, make another stealth check. All right.
12.
Yes.
You don't have to do very hard.
You're not quite you're not as stealthy as him, but you're making your way through. You at least make your way to the back door, and you're in there, and you see that. Would you have shut the door, Jeff, or would you have just unlocked it and sort of left it open a little bit?
Well, I would have leaned it too, so it at least looked like it was shut, so that anybody walking by wouldn't have been conspicuous of just a door wide open.
Oh, okay. So it's not wide open, but it's cracked a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All
right. So Xena, you see that the door is cracked just a little bit open, very slight. Most people wouldn't notice it unless they're being suspicious, like you are. So you do think that he probably went in there.
Are there any windows?
Um, there are windows. Yes.
Can I just peer in through the window then?
Yes. Make a perception check. This is gonna be his. You're gonna have to beat his. Oh. You don't see shit. It's messy in there. You look in the window and it's just like papers are stacked up really high, so you can't even see around them very well. And you're like, what the fuck is going on in that place?
You gonna do anything else?
Well, I will wait outside the door with my arms folded, leaning up against the building, waiting for him to come out.
All right, Jeff, you are in the building.
I'm not. I won't like hide or whatever when he comes up.
And you do make an investigation check as you try to look and try to find this guy's desk. Yeah, so you do eventually find it. You find a name tag on his desk, of his office actually, of Gaxley Rudderbust, and you go in to his desk and you see it sitting there. What do you do?
I'm just going to place the leaflet on his desk. I'm not gonna like loot anything or anything like that since I'm actually on a mission.
All right, you lay it down and you make your way out. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right,
it.
so you make your way. Cool. You make your way out just fine, and you're going out. You're going out the same way you came in, I would imagine, because you don't know Xena's there.
Yep, right out the same door.
All right. So as soon as you walk out, you see a wood elf, 6 foot tall, with her arms crossed, glaring at you.
Leaning against me, I'm like, I just point at him and go, shady. What do you do?
I lean onto the side of the door jam and I'm like, well, what gave that away?
Why do you always go off without us? Do you not like us anymore? Is it my cooking? You can tell me.
Never said anything about not liking anybody. I just have my own business to take care of sometimes.
Like what? I glare.
Why do you want to know so badly?
Because you're supposed to be our friend.
I am
you're
your
being
friend.
shady.
Are we not allowed to have certain things apart from each other?
No, we have to tell each other everything, like the Yaya sisterhood, the traveling pants.
What is the Yaha sisterhood?
He doesn't know of the Yaha sisterhood. That's shady.
All right, at this point, instead of us just like sitting and talking back in the alley, with the door open.
Shady. You just hear like multiple voices in the darkness saying shady. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. So I'm going to close the door and relock it.
Okay.
Now, so that the door is actually locked, doesn't look like we actually broke into this building while we're sitting here talking in this alley, because that's conspicuous enough as it is.
I'm still glaring at him.
And I turn around and look, what do you want me to tell you?
I want to know what you're doing.
I am doing something for an employer, thank you very much.
Is your employer shady like you?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you're being awfully secretive.
That is my job.
Are you with us or against us?
I'm not against you.
I'm on to you.
Fair enough. Be on to me if you like. Conspicuous or not, you can tell me whatever you like. You can accuse me of whatever you want to. If you don't have anything to prove, you don't have anything else to say, why don't we grab a bite to eat and go home?
No, I have to go to the docks because people are being killed. Other elves.
Fine, let's go to the docks then.
I just continue to glare at him, and then on the way, well, as we're turning to leave, I want to send a message. I don't know the type of communication in this world, but whatever the normal way
Cell
of
phones.
communicating. Do they have cell phones in
No.
this world? What do I send? Like paper cranes or what? Like I don't know how.
Well,
like,
the paper cranes are a magic item. You don't have one.
Can I send my
Paper
ferret?
cranes are the
Or no,
Snapchat
I would
of
have
this
to make
world.
animal handling check to send my ferret.
You could send your ferret, but I mean, you can go just as fast as him too. I mean, what would you try to send the message to? Are you trying to send it to your
I
friends?
want to stop by the detective's place on the way to the
Oh,
dock.
oh
for
yeah,
God's sakes.
Oh,
yeah. You know, yeah. You could just write a message and give it to the ferret and do an animal
That's-
handling to see if he'll deliver it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So 10.
Okay. He will. So you write a letter saying that. Well, what do you say in it?
I want to say I may be in need of your service, and you seem like a very reputable investigator in the town. So I would like to inquire about your services and let me know of your availability when you can.
Okay. I assume you leave your name or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you sort of tie it onto
Widget.
Widget, and he sort of looks at you with a look that is like, really? He's like, seriously? And he will begrudgingly go, and he scurries off.
Okay.
All right. And you two begin making your way to the dock ward, then? Are both of you going?
On the way.
Or just
Yeah,
you?
on the way, can I also conjure good berries so I just have them on me?
Yes, mark that spell slot off. You have good berries.
Okay.
All right. So now it is nighttime for Tari, Vince, and Glare. Glare, by now, the elf that you have been dealing with, Theala, has actually already gone home for the night. The only
Guess
one, yes, the only one left at the dock now that you know of is Lucan. And he is kind of where he was before, just still busy. This time he's actually cleaning the dock instead of putting crates away or filling up crates. What do you all do?
The bodies have been discovered at the docks, so it doesn't necessarily mean that they have been killed at the docks. So Glaire's actually going to probably follow her to her home and kind of check out where she lives and just kind of stay. Won't go inside with her, but just kind of look around the place to see if anything looks suspicious.
All right, that's a bit of a ways away, so you'll follow her out.
Mm-hmm.
The other two of you, what are you doing as you're watching this guy?
Just trying to be the least possible, not noticeable while we're doing it.
Make a group stealth check, the two of you.
All right.
Oh Lord.
I'm kind of glad Glaire's not there now.
As you're sort of hiding in the shadows here. Okay. All right, so we'll say you all are hiding like right around here or something in the shadow, in like the thing, but still keeping an eye on him. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Like from this angle. All right. You notice that you don't really see him do anything for now, but you do see him go into a building nearby.
Is there a window we can go and peek through really quick?
Yeah. You peek through the window, and he seems to be just at the bar. There's a small shady looking, seedy looking tavern nearby, with a bar, and he's just sort of drinking for a little bit, drinking on the job.
I was gonna
Vince,
say,
go in and perform for them.
you don't think it'd be a little awkward that we talked to him and I just coincidentally picked this bar to perform it?
You're a bard and you're here.
Well, I won't say no to performing. I'll get up.
Oh my god. All right, so you go in and you walk in and you see there's a few people in there. A couple of them are sailors, but there's other folks in there too, not just people who work on the docks. And you're just gonna there you don't see really a good stage or anything to perform at, but you sort of
I'll go against a wall and take out my lute and just like start strumming it.
make a performance check. I am also moving Xena and Jeff. Do not be alarmed. All right, you do a wonderful performance, and people actually clap and cheer.
I was gonna say start stomping on the ground and then like to the clapping as well to keep the rhythm.
And even Lucan turns and looks at you, and he's like, shakes his head as he sort of rolls his eyes, because he sort of talked to you all earlier. But he just continues sort of drinking as you play that, and some time passes. At this point, Jeff and Xena, you all have made your way to the dock ward. And you all are looking around. Tari is hiding herself, so I'd like the two of you to make perception checks for me to see if you can find her as you sort of make your way through the dock ward.
18.
Where am I at?
I also want to use wild shape before we meet them.
Okay. And what are you turning into?
A giant spider.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Talk about
That's not
attracting attention.
suspicious.
Damn it.
No, it's not because of you. I know you hate spiders, but it's just because I like their abilities.
So funny thing, their tech, the Drow worship a spider actually.
Oh, really?
They do. Spider Queen
He
Wolf.
hates them in real life.
I'm an atheist drow.
He's also only half drow.
Yeah.
All right, let me go get.
I'm an atheist Drow.
Hold on, I gotta find a picture of a giant spider. Hold on.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh yeah, I want the meanest looking one.
Sorry, I just like their abilities.
Love your
That's why
tech.
I wanted one. But once I turn into a spider, I want to stealth, by the way.
Okay.
Oh God, an invisible spider.
It's +7 for stealthing, by the way.
Is she gonna be a phase spider?
No.
It just says giant spider.
Spina.
That is terrifying.
Do I roll for stealthing yet or no?
Yeah, I just need to look up its stats real quick. Hold on. D&D Beyond.
I only got an 8 to stealthing with a +7.
Oh my goodness.
The
So
giant
I'm
spider.
a really shitty. Yeah,
Natural one.
I'm a dumb spider.
They're
So
all
you're-
dumb.
Well, right now you're just trying to sneak up on Tari, so it's fine.
Oh no, okay. I don't want to stealth. Like I want to stealth once we get to where the people are that
Oh, okay. Okay.
glare, like with glare or whatever.
But
Like,
do you
I'm not-
do you
I'm
want
not
to
actually
be
there
a
right now.
spider though as you reach Tari?
no,
Okay.
I'm gonna freaking stealth though.
I just want to be a spider once we get to the main area where whatever's taking place is
Okay.
taking
Okay.
place.
Okay. I'm still setting up the spider token because.
Can I try to sneak up on Tari though? Just because I want to.
Sure.
I don't want to sneak up on Tari, but I
I
did
don't
get
even-
an 8. I got an 18, by the way, to notice.
Okay.
Tari.
You do
Jeff did-
find Tari, Xena, and Jeff, you stealth. Tari, make a perception check.
Hey.
Okay, so Tari, you only see Xena approach, and
As a giant spider.
not as a giant spider just
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Not yet.
So Xena, you approach and you do find Tari. She's sort of leaning up against a building, looking into the window of a tavern, and she seems to be intently focusing on it as you show up. And Tari, you do notice Xena as well.
Okay, I just walk up behind her and I'm like, "Psst, what's up?"
I fill her in on what's going on.
Okay. I'm
You
like,
hear probably a drinking chant going on
Yeah.
in the building right now.
Vince is in there undercover, even though the person we're watching protect knows who he is.
Do
and
I
then Claire.
see anybody?
Claire's
in
with
there?
a elven chick and around the corner.
Do you see anyone? You sort of look in there, Xena, and you see that Vince is in there performing his normal routine, as well as you see several people just sort of eating and drinking in here. And Vince seems to be just sort of watching someone as he plays, but you haven't really been a part of this, so you don't know what's going on or why they're looking. Or you fill her in, you said, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I explained it.
so you do know that they're keeping an eye on this elf character, and you do see the elf from this vantage point. They just seem
A
to be
guy
at the
or a
bar.
girl?
It's a guy.
Okay. Well, at this point, can I go ahead and I guess turn to the spider to crawl up onto the roof to keep a lookout
Yeah. So you turn into the spider.
and stealth, I guess, with whatever the roll was or whatever.
Yeah, I'll let you make another roll. It's fine because it wasn't really fair. All right, so you are now the spider.
26.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and can you control the spider, by the way? Can you try
Yeah.
controlling it?
Yeah, I can.
Cool. All right. So you are now spider mode. You have no problem crawling up a roof, and no one sees you since you're stealthing like a crazy person. All right. So you are.
Well, before I leave, I tell Tari, I'll be like, I'll be right back. Like, I don't want her to be like, what just happened? You know?
Guiding bolt the spider off the roof.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'll be right back. Like,
Jesus H. Christ, spider!
And this spider is really big, by the way. Just so you know, it is a large beast. So it is very like 10 feet across. It's a fucking big ass spider.
Tack, I'm with you. That would throw me off.
Maybe 8 feet actually, since it's
No
like
train to fuck that bill.
yeah, it's a really large spider. Okay, so you are now on the roof. By this time, like Vince has already been in there performing. By the time Jeff and Xena show up, Jeff, what have you been doing? You're stealth. Tari didn't see you.
So like while after she turns into a spider and goes up the up on top of the roof, I'll kind of walk up behind Tari and I kind of like put my hand out instead of like touching her though. I just kind of like use my power to just kind of put a chill on her left shoulder as I walk
Oh
up.
my god.
I just kind of lean in and be like, "Hello there."
All right, Tari, that happens.
Guiding bolt!
Actually, I'm gonna react with my mage hand and try and push whatever's behind me back 5 feet.
Okay, make a strength athletics check. Both of you. I know mage hand
Let me
can't
see.
push that hard, so just Jeff do
Actually,
it.
I think it can. Well, you shove one creature within 5 feet
Oh.
away, unless it makes a successful strength saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, is that a special thing that yours can do?
Yes, because it's a telekinetic mage hand.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, but it has a DC, so Jeff, make a
DC 10, yeah.
make a strength saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Strength.
Welcome to being.
So you just Jeff, you do that, and then poof, you are blasted by this psychic shove, and you sort of crash into the tree back there behind Tari. So like you're like right here, like in this tree.
Tari has her rapier drawn, and oh, it's just you. And puts it away, turns back around to watch through the window.
Correct.
No, I'm just like, well then. And I hop back up and go stand by her to look in the window.
Got like leaves and branches in your shit now. It's fucking annoying.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Crunching when I walk. God damn it.
Yep. All right. Eventually, the half elf sort of drinking begins to get up and go back to work. And as Vince, as you're sort of watching him and doing your performance, you see him stumble a little bit as he does so, like as if he's a little bit tipsy. You know how when you stand up after you've drunk a bit and you're like, oh boy, I drank more than I thought. He's in that state. And he sort of hobbles out of the establishment and begins making his way back to his job. And it's pretty late at night now. I'd like everyone to make a perception check for me.
Would that include me?
No,
21.
Glare. Unless actually, Glare, you followed her back home and you haven't noticed anything like too bad in this amount of time. What would you like to do? Do you still want to stay there?
I will hopefully check to make sure she's locked up the door to the place, and then I will probably start making my way back to check on the others.
I got 21.
All right.
Same here.
We'll
You're
say
18.
we'll say you'll get there a bit later, Glare. So, all right. So, oh my goodness, a lot of you rolled really well. All right, so everyone but Jeff again. Everyone but Jeff sees someone hiding in the shadows. Hold on, I'll just put him on the map since you all see him. He's hiding like right around here. Like he's hiding in the crates. Do you see where the token that I just placed?
No.
Yeah.
I'll refresh it.
He does look shady. It's true. Just look at that token.
Yes. And he's basically right below you, Spina. He's right below you as you sort of peer down with your mandibles and many
I
eyes.
want to try to catch him in a web.
Okay, everyone roll initiative.
I have to do initiative before.
Well, I'll have to roll initiative, but I'm probably not there
you
yet.
get a surprise round, so you get to go
okay.
before everyone. But yeah, everyone roll initiative.
Oh, I get 2 initiatives, don't I?
So I can see Xena doing this, and I'm gonna warn Jeff and point out the target.
All right.
F, Jeff. You're earning the last part of your name.
Dude, from now on, it's just gonna be like everyone but Jeff.
For perception, probably. All right.
I've been getting really lucky with my perception rolls.
It didn't let me roll as a spider, so I got 11. by
Yeah,
the
I'll
way.
just do it myself. I'll add that in there. You are Spina on the list, and you're at 11. But you have the surprise. You have a surprise round.
So I still get to try?
Yes. You do. So no one else gets to go. So this is like the surprise round, if you will.
I'm probably not even there yet, am I?
Not yet. You'll be there eventually.
I can roll?
Yes. Go ahead and roll. How does this ability
16.
work?
So it says that, so it says web, I get so many charges, 5 to 6, and plus 5 to hit, range is 30 to 60 feet, and the target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check, bursting the web on a success. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed by AC 10, HP 5, by
Got it,
fire
got it, got
damage. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. So you shoot the web, but unfortunately the Drow man that you now see him sort of dodges out of the way as he notices you up on the building now, and it sort of isn't able to hit him. He's pretty quick. As he notices you, he's surprised, but now he knows that you're there, and he sees that something is up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're gonna go back to the top of initiative now that the surprise round is over, and everyone knows where everybody is at this point. Vince, you're the first one to act. You've seen the half-elf rush, sort of stumble out of the building. What do you do?
I give a bow to the audience, and as I'm leaving, you can see wings pop out of my back, like the white mage in Final Fantasy XIV. As I come out, bursting out of the door, I look around. Looks like we found our target, and I will go ahead and use Mantle of Inspiration to get Tari, Jeff, and Xena. You guys can move your full movement speed for your reaction if you want to, and you get 5 temporary hit points.
That is a good
I get
spell.
how many hit points?
5 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the way temporary hit points work is they go over your maximum HP, but once you lose them, you can't be healed back up to over that amount of over your maximum. But it's like a buffer. It's like a scholar shield. Just think of it that way.
Basically.
Basically a scholar shield. All right. At this point, it is the dock
I
workers.
still have my action. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I play a glamour board. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's your excuse?
And then I will go ahead and look over to him. And are you guys going to move, by the way? You guys can move towards the
Oh,
target
we
if
can
you
move
would.
now?
Yeah, that's your reaction.
Okay, well then I'll move next to him.
Okay. Just
Like-
like drop down, like
Yeah, just drop down off the roof and be like, "Blah!"
I'm gonna turn you. Like
I'm on
that.
top of the barrels like a badass.
Cool.
What about you, Tari? Anything? That's cool. And then I will go ahead and just look at him and say, might as well give up now, friend. That'll be my action. If you want me to do any roll to see if he will surrender or not.
Oh, make a. Intimidation question mark check? Yeah. Whoa. He'll
I think that's like my third or fourth crit tonight.
he'll sort of be like, he'll look around, he'll see that he's
Spread some around. Jeez.
he'll see that he's out, he's like surrounded now, and he'll be like, shit. Glare, you're still not there yet.
Yeah, I
but
kind of figured.
Tari, you're up.
So he hasn't surrendered?
He hasn't had a turn yet, so he hasn't really had any time to react, but he sort of looks like he's gritting his teeth, as if this is bad type of thing.
I'm gonna ready a bow shot and wait. Shot from my longbow. Basically, I've got a point aimed at him, but I'm not doing anything until I see what he does after the demand to surrender.
Alright, Spina, you're up.
I'm gonna try to web him again.
Alright, for this though, roll a 1d6 for me. On a 5 or 6, your web will recharge.
Wait, what?
So
Roll
the way
a
the
1d6.
way that the yeah,
Six.
so your web works again. So go ahead and make an attack roll for the web.
Do I get something from what Vince did to us?
No, not for this.
Can I use my point of inspiration for advantage?
Yes. She's learning, you guys. This is impressive.
20.
All right, you web him.
Yes! Got it! Got,
Got
it!
him.
Got you now.
All right. The target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can be bursting limb on success. Okay. Webbing can also be attacked and destroyed. Okay. So he is now restrained. I'm gonna put a net on his character. And you watch as Xena sort of envelops him. She sort of points her butt at him and shoots this web out, and it wraps up all around him and wraps his arms up, and he's like restrained now, and he's like gritting his teeth as he's pissed off. Shit, sorry, I didn't mean to move you. Fuck. Hey, whatever you say. And he, it's now. Do you want to do anything else? Do you want to move or anything?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Oh, I can move, but
Just
I
move.
can't do any.
No, no more actions or anything.
I'll
you-
just stay where I am.
All right, so you're looming over him with your mandibles and all that
Looming
stuff.
over him.
Yes, and he now it's his turn. He will try to cut his way out of this web.
Can he make an attack while restrained? Or does he have to make the opposing strength
I think
check?
it's the disadvantage, but he can do it. Let me just double check the rules on
Says as
restraint.
an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check.
Yeah, let me see what he wants to do. Hold on. Let me just check the condition restrained real quick. So restrained says your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So he's going to attempt to cut through the web at disadvantage on his attack rolls. You'll see him as he sort of reaches for his scimitar at his side, and he's trying to pull it up, and he's going to try to pull up and try to cut the web with the scimitar.
Am I able to make a non-lethal shot to make sure he doesn't reach his weapon?
Because he was holding his action.
You technically you can't do that within the rules, but I'll let you make a shot at him. Just a normal shot.
Okay, I'm going for non-lethal, so I'll just make the shot.
Okay.
Let me grab that quick.
Some DMs do like the called shot thing that you can do, but
Yeah.
You try to do that, but he sort of cuts the web and then dodges out of the way of the. Well, actually, you had advantage. Oh, it doesn't matter because. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right. So anyway, he cuts out of the web and dodges out of the way of the arrow, and he just sort of looks around. You can tell just by looking at him from Vince's intimidation that he is trying to look for a way out and try to flee.
God damn it! He cut out that fast.
Yeah, he just cut out because it's only got 5 HP.
Yeah.
The webbing.
But
and
he succeeded on a strength check, I guess.
he just attacked it basically.
Oh.
So he managed to succeed on cutting it because the AC is only 10 for it.
Oh.
So he cut himself out of the web, and he is now gonna try to run away. 5, 10, 15.
Opportunity attack from the spider.
Yes, Xena, you can try to hit him as a spider if you want.
Okay.
Isn't his speed still 0 this turn since he had to cut out? Or am I mistaken?
No, because he used his action and now he still has his movement to move.
Okay.
If he didn't cut himself out, then misses unfortunately as you try to hit him with your mandibles to get him on his way out, but he just runs away. And he makes it
Am
to.
I able to use any bonus actions to?
You just used your reaction to try to hit him, but you couldn't get him.
Oh, okay.
Because he only rolled a 3, but next round, Jeff, you're up. So you saw him get webbed and cut himself out, and now he's trying to run away. What do you do?
All right. So I am going to take my movement first and get on the side of the building where I can see him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Was it 1d20 plus 5? I think so. Go. Oh, so close.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And he's slowed down now. This.
Was it a 1d6? I think it's a 1d8. Sorry.
Alright, so you fire a ray of frost at him, and it hits his legs, and his legs begin to frost up. As he watches, he's sort of moving slower now, as he's like, shit, as he's trying to get away from you all. Alright, on that note, do you want to move or anything? Or you already did a little bit?
Well, I moved first, so.
Alright, Vince, you're up.
10,
You can actually
15,
move
25,
as part of your
30.
action and then finish your too, so you don't have to stop when you do an action.
Action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I will just be on the side of the building now.
Alright.
There's no use to turn away. We got you covered.
Alright. This bandit guy, the dock worker guy is just gonna move back to doing his job over here. He doesn't know what's going on. He's too drunk to care. Glare, at this point, I'll say you've arrived back with your friends. You're way up here on the north side, not on top of that crate for whatever reason. What would you like to do?
I guess I will first try to find someone, and I don't suppose I hear any sign of the struggle so far.
Make a perception. Well, no, your perception is really good, so you do hear it.
Yeah.
And you smell people doing things. You smell spider.
I will do my cat-like agility thing.
Mhm.
2, 3, 4, 5. I will see Tari, I'm assuming at this point.
Yes.
I will see 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll stop there, I guess, and kind of look at Tari and kind of go, "What's going on?"
Tari will point around the side of the building. He ran that way.
All right. 9, 10, 11, 12.
All
I guess
right.
it's my action then. I'm done.
Yes. So now you see him, and you see that his legs are frosted up from Jeff's magic, you assume, and you're right next to a gigantic-ass spider.
Is this friendly?
What do you do as he says that, Xena?
Am I able to talk as the
No,
animal?
you can't talk, but you still have your mental capacity, so you understand him and stuff. And you can do stuff.
Can I wave with one of my 8 legs?
Yes!
I wave. I'm like, and I like try to smile if a spider can even fucking.
I'm gonna scream at him. I'm gonna say, "It's the crazy cook. Don't worry about it."
You should watch her
okay,
smile.
I was gonna do a perception check just to, or not. It's like check just to see if you can do what was going on.
The spider waves at you with one of its gigantic mandibles, like a couple feet, 3 feet long mandibles or whatever, and it's or legs, and it opens its mouth, and you see teeth and like venom sort of coming down as it tries to smile at you.
I would appreciate it if you focused your attention on the thing over there.
Okay, Tari, you're up.
I'm gonna try this. Let's see. I'm gonna step here, and then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Sleep. With this as the origin point, just to catch the Drow.
All right, go ahead and roll your sleep.
Let me double check the dice on that real quick. Well, it depends on how I cast it. Okay, I'm going all out for this.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm casting it as a 2nd level spell.
Nice.
All right, he seems
Nice.
unaffected by it
Ooh.
at all.
More than 25 hit points, guys. We learned something.
Or
Oh.
immunity to
Oh, sleep. Oh, yeah, because it's an elf, probably. Yeah.
I'd give it a shot.
Do you want to move or anything? Are you good?
I've moved my maximum movement and taken all my actions. I'm good.
Spina, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to him and bite him.
Yeah, get him. All right, do your
Okay, hold
bite attack.
It's plus
Are
5.
you gonna get in front of him so we can try to keep running that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have something from Vince, like, on anything, or was it just the maximum hit points?
That's the hit points.
Okay. Only 11.
Yeah, that doesn't hit, unfortunately, as he manages to dodge out of the way.
Am I able to do any bonus actions as a spider, or no?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. All
I
right.
just don't know how combat works.
Yeah, no, not as a spider, unfortunately. Actually, let me check something. I don't know if it works that way. No, I don't think so. Okay.
If it's a creature, it'll say it has multi-attack or whatever.
Yeah. All right. This time the Drow, looking around, feeling a little nervous, will cast a spell. He clutches a sort of small crystal on a necklace that he has, and when he does so, this giant, all of you basically see this dark darkness radiate outwards, and none of you can see at all.
But I have I have some
Doesn't
sort
matter.
of thing.
It's a spell.
It's magical darkness, so like it even blocks dark vision. It's complete black. Now
it says blind sight too, whatever that is.
you have blind sight, so you still have him as long as he's within 10 feet of you.
blind
So-
sight is different from dark vision.
Yes, so
I have
you
blind sight.
you still know where he is via your spider senses, and you can tell that he's trying to run away to the south. Now, as your reaction, you can use it to try to grab him and keep him from going anywhere,
Okay.
if you'd like. So
How do
you
I do
can
that?
make a strength check to try to grab him as he's on his way out, and he will have to try to contest it. So it's your strength versus his.
Oh shit. Oh,
Oh,
like one. Yeah.
shit. Yeah, balls. All right. So you try to grab him, but he overpowers you and sort of scrambles to the south. And there's this giant. Hold on, I'm gonna draw a shape. Sorry.
No need to apologize.
It's like a gigantic, like this much, basically 15. I fail at drawing, sorry. So if it's 15 from him, it's fine. Actually, he can place it out a ways, right? Yeah, so it would be 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. So it would be like 3. Oh my god, this is awful. I'm the worst at this game. Alright, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. So this is about roughly the darkness area that he's in right now.
So how far can I see?
You can see 10 feet with your dark vision.
That's
But yeah,
one
you know
square
he's
is
going
5
south.
feet.
Yeah. You know he's going south. So he's going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The rest of you all see him coming out of the darkness. 25, 30. He's right here. So...
Minus 10 speed because of Ray of Frost.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct. So he was back here, actually. Good call. Thank you. And I will mark that ice off. Jeff, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna get in range and I'm gonna hit him with Ray of Frost again.
All right.
Good spell.
It is
It
good,
is.
so.
He might actually still be in your range.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm assuming you want to get closer though, so in case he keeps running away.
yeah. Yeah, that was in the range, but that way, if he moves farther, I can still get hold of him. 5, 10, I gotta stop there. Right there. Okay. So. Oh shit. My spell attack modifier should have won me before he killed myself. Okay, anyway, so.
It should just be
1d20 plus 6, right? 'Cause it's a spell attack?
Yes.
Yeah, I jipped myself last time.
All right. That unfortunately misses as he dodges out of the way, and it sort of
man.
strikes the ray of frost shooting out of your blade strikes the crate beside him and freezes the side of it a little bit. That's it. Vince, you're up. You are enveloped in darkness. You have no idea which way is up or down.
I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm going to roll 1d4, and that's the way I'm going to run. So
Okay.
1 will be south, 2 will be west, 3 will be north, 4 will be towards... Actually, I won't go towards the building. It'll be a 1d3, because I know where the building is. I'm assuming I feel...
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm going west.
All right. You run off to
off
the
the
You're off the map a ways, and you turn and look, and now you kind of see the outline of the shape of the darkness from where you're at. But you're like, shit, I must have went the wrong way.
So that'd be 10 movement to get out?
Yes.
Or would it be more?
Yes,
I'll-
10.
And I don't see him where I am right now.
No.
So I will say shit, and I'll start going south. And eventually, I'm assuming I'll see him.
Yeah, you'll see him right around there, but off the map a little ways, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say you're like 5 feet off the map or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, you just better to stop now. We will catch you wherever you go. Just lay your arms down and come clean. I'll try to do a persuasion or intimidation. Up to you.
Yeah, make intimidation. All right. Yeah, he. You see a look in his eyes, but he does not want to be caught. He's just
And
trying. You've scared him. He's not fighting back. He's just trying to run away now.
Yeah.
He knows if he's caught, it's going to be really bad. The City Watch will, basically kill him. So.
All right, then I will go ahead. Bonus action. What can I do? Not much, really. All right, that'll do.
All right. I'm just gonna take the dock worker off because this is the last thing on this miner now. Glare, you're up.
All right, I am going to. So I guess I can see him then, can I?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you'd have to move a little bit since there's a big block of darkness in your way.
Well, I just saw Jeff shooting at him though, right?
Yeah, so you could just move down
Okay,
a bit and see him.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I will try to restrain him.
All right. Make a strength athletics check. Let's try to grab him.
Nice.
You grab him, and you think you got a good hold of him now, as he's wrapped up in your grip.
Stop moving, or I start squeezing.
All right. Tara, you're up.
Hold on. I'm going to move here and ready a guiding bolt if he gets loose from Glare.
All right.
Ooh.
Spina, you're up.
Like, I can
You want-
move down there, right?
Yeah. Do you want to see if your web recharges? Just roll a 1d6. You technically had 2 attempts at that, so roll it twice to see if your web.
2d6s.
Yeah, just to see if your web is available. It's like it has to recharge, so you're just seeing. No, it doesn't recharge. You don't have your web.
Is it a 5 or 6?
It's a 5 or a 6, yeah.
Okay. Can I bite him? Or
Yeah,
can I
you,
not?
you can bite him.
Ugh.
Ugh, unfortunately.
Does
this-
it matter that he's restrained? Do I get anything?
He's grappled, which just reduces his speed to 0. He's still able to dodge a little bit out of the way, and he still has armor blocking stuff.
And
so
you're trying not to bite me, I hope.
yes.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, you try to pierce him, but you get into his studded leather, and you're not able to pierce all the way through. But you are right there on him. It's his turn. He is in a bit of a bind, literally.
A little smoky. It's what you heat up in the microwave.
He will say some words, and then Glare, he will make a somatic movement with his hands and grasp that necklace of his, and you watch as he begins to levitate upwards. And Glare, I need you to make a... I don't even know what this is. Some kind of grip check, a dexterity, like a... See if you can hold on with your strength. Just try to grip him as he's levitating up.
Check?
Yeah, just to keep holding on to him as he's levitating up. Let me just... I don't know how to do this, so I'm just going to roll. All right. Unfortunately, you lose your grip on him as he sort of levitates up, and you're like, oh, shit. And he levitates up.
One direction I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, he goes up, and Spina, you can...
in the ass.
Spina, you can get an opportunity attack.
Can I...
Yeah, you can try to grab him, or...
When can I recharge my web again? Only as an action?
It's
On your
that
turn.
on your turn you have to roll a 1d6, and if you get a 5 or a 6, it recharges.
20 for hitting him.
All right, you do hit him, so
Thank
go ahead.
God.
23 for my guiding bolt hit.
You also hit him, so go ahead. Both of you roll damage. Radiant.
He also has to make a Constitution saving throw or something like that. It says.
Okay.
Oh, she's a venomous spider too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the save DC? He rolled a 13.
It says that the target must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking 2d8 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
All right, so roll the 2d8. He's going to take half since he.
Okay, but I also have to roll my regular too. So I roll 1d8 plus 3 first. Hold on. 1d8. So this is for the bite.
Ooh.
And then for
Ooh,
the
poor guy.
other thing is 2d8.
And technically, you would have advantage, by the way.
Yes.
If you want to
So
roll
6.
again, if you want to roll again to see if you crit, you have advantage because of Tari's guiding
Like
bolt.
my
Guiding
hit?
bolt.
I roll my
Yeah.
hit?
Yeah.
Roll your hit again.
No.
Okay, so no crit. So yeah, he takes another 6 points of damage, poison damage, from your bite. Oof, he's looking pretty hurt. But he is now like flying up, and as he gets sort of up to the top of the building, he sort of lets go of the spell and drops.
Wait, can I
to the
move though? Or no, I can't move.
You can't move yet. That was just you swiping at him as he tries to get
Okay.
away, biting at him. Jeff, you're up. You see him now. He is on the roof, top.
He's in the bathroom, so just pick
okay.
whatever you want him to do.
Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
he just came back.
Oh, okay.
Alright, it's fine.
Tech, do you want to do Eldritch Blast?
Or
What do you
Ray
wanna do?
Frost.
Or Ray of Frost?
I mean, even if I Ray of Frost, he's getting off the map this turn, isn't he?
Possibly. I may have a plan.
Nah, let's Ray of Frost him again.
All right. Do it. 1d20 plus 6. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right.
Weren't much, but still.
All right. He takes 3 points of damage and he is slowed.
He what?
He's slowed a bit from
Oh, okay.
the Ray of Frost. Yeah. Vince, you're up.
How high up is the building?
I'm gonna say it's roughly 15 feet to the roof.
And then how big is this crate right here next to the building?
5 feet high.
Would you allow me to be able to climb up step by step?
You could get on the crate, no problem, but to see if you can get up to the top will be an athletics check. It's not crazy difficult, but it is an athletics check to climb.
You know what? Why not?
Okay.
And athletics.
He's gonna roll a 1 and break his neck.
It's very possible.
Yeah, you're not quite able to get up there, Vince.
I'll look up at him and say, "Look, you know, you're going to die if you keep running away from us. Just come on down here and let us tie you up." And he's accidentally going to use the spell Suggestion.
Okay. He does have advantage on this. What's the
Yeah,
save?
because
DC?
he's an elf. I
Yeah.
know. 13.
Okay. Wisdom? Oh god, yeah, he saves. Yeah.
Might as well try.
He seems to shrug off that magic. But very good try. Glare, you're up.
So, are the roofs sloped?
Yes. They are.
All right. I'm gonna cast Grease.
Oh shit! Okay. Alright.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw. Prone.
Okay. Alright. I will say
This is also difficult. This is
I-
also difficult terrain.
I will
so
say, yeah, I'll say he has disadvantage on this.
even if he saves, he can't really move anywhere because it's going to be difficult terrain, and he has minus 10 speed.
Yeah, so
Get fucked.
yeah, so this is a dex save at disadvantage. Yep, he falls. He slips. I'll say he slides down and falls and crashes through a crate on the ground and lands on his ass. At that point, he just puts his hands up, and that's where we'll stop for tonight.
I love that spell.
Excellent job! Oh my god, guys,
That's what I call teamwork.
that was good. I gotta go take a piss though, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
You guys can talk about it. We're still streaming.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
for using vulgar language, you guys, but I'll be right back.
That's one of the reasons I take Grease. I love that spell.
Let's just see if I would have missed this next turn.
All right.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
Even with advantage, I would have missed.
I had
Yeah.
2 intimidation checks. One of them was a crit. One of them's 22, and he still didn't surrender.
All it took was him falling off a roof.
Like,
I
yeah,
was
I'm
gonna
done.
climb up after him, obviously.
If I missed with my Grease spell, I was going to too. I actually have a climb speed of 20.
I just had awful rolls.
So did I. Except I lit his ass up. He's glowing like a Christmas tree right now.
Yep.
Vince doesn't know he has suggestion as a spell. Just
Oh, that's hilarious.
Great. It's a good thing that won't work on me at all.
It actually might work on me. Although, what do I have? What are my saving throws? I have Constitution, Intelligence, so Wisdom now. Okay. My Wisdom's still pretty good, but I don't have the bonuses. Oh, no. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh,
Been a while then, anywhere.
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
All right, I'm back. That was awesome. That was a fun little. I thought he'd get away. I thought like he has actually some really good good ways to get away, but yeah, no.
No one ever expects Grease.
Grease is my like one of my favorite spells ever. That's perfect.
Right?
And he actually had a really good save, but he rolled a natural 5.
Oh,
So F
wow.
to him, yeah. On the disadvantage. All right, well, thanks to anyone on Twitch who watched. I love you
Warehawk
guys.
was like tuning in for the whole thing.
Oh, thanks, Ware.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Did you see all his comments?
Oh yeah, 8-legged freak. You're all gonna kill your
He's so
suspect.
silly.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and stop the stream now. We do these every Friday and Sunday at, I always have to look up this time, but thank God Saturn made me.
5 Central or 6 Eastern.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the
It's
Pacific
it's really the time zone that screws me up all the time.
Yeah,
need to
welcome to my life.
I need to
I'm-
just save this image, honestly, and I'm gonna do that right now. All right. Yeah. So 7 p.m. Central on Fridays and 5 p.m. Central on Sundays. So please tune in. Appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time. See what happens to this Drow.
Shady.
Shady.
Shady. See you guys next time.
Did I hear my name?